What's up, hi. You aren't wrong. It isn't actually new starting screen art, but it is an update where I put a filter on because the really dry colors of my frame and my starting soon art and all of that was kind of bothering me. I wanted some wet colors, so we've upped the saturation. We've done a little bit of tweaking. It's basically the same. Yeah, we made the sub goal just as we started. That's amazing. I need to raise our sub goal because it's been the same for a while, but we do like float around that tier, like we dip below and above. Mama, do you want to introduce yourself? Do you want to say hi?
Legend. Who I am.
Okay. People know who you are because you're a legend. That's good to know. Mama's audio might be a little off because she is taking care of her daughter's dogs, because my sister's in the hospital right now. She's a high risk pregnancy, so she's gonna be in there for a while. So Mama is outside of the office visiting some dogs. The nine-tailed fairy, thank you so much.
Craziest risk pregnancy.
Yeah, it's a wild one. Finally not working an afternoon. You can watch live again. Happy to have you. Empress Ariana, Doc McGuffin's happy to have you as well. Dogs for Zou. It is apt. Before we get started, I just want to do something real quick. Can I show off some stuff?
What are you showing off?
Beadwork, tattoo, and the Shirahoshi thumbnail. We don't have a laughing emote. We do need one, Sherry. You're actually right.
You start with the Shirahoshi because I'm trying to find things and I want to see them.
Okay, then we'll start with Shirahoshi. So, we've so many subs I want to read though. We got Japson Art. Hope everything goes well. Everything is going to be great. No chance that it doesn't. The word high risk is almost meaningless, it turns out. Because everything's going to be perfect.
I love that you say that.
Darth Sarcom, first time chat. Excited to see what theories you have after Zou. There's some good observations we have. There's one that I really like that we're going to get to in the corkboard. Regus Ray gifting a tier 1 sub. Thank you so much. Allow some cursing. All right, I think I'm caught up on the things I needed to acknowledge. I'm going to start with Shirahoshi. So people might remember that I did a long-term art project across a few streams, so I didn't do art for Fishman Island. So I had to draw thumbnail art for one of them, and I just want to say that I really like how the Shirahoshi came out, and I didn't get a chance to show her on stream because I drew her in my free time. And I think she looks good. That's all. That's the extent of that one. Is just I like this one. Give Bellamy a treat today. He gets mango slices. That's very special for Bellamy. Let's see if this works.
For everyone.
Dogcam? Will Dogcam work today? Dogcam does work today. Dog treat. He gets mango. He's so excited. Yeah, I don't know. I like how Shirahoshi turned out. Her design is great, and the shading was nice. I know there's an obvious thing that everyone's going to be drawing attention to, but I just like the artwork. I think I did a good job.
Are you talking about boobs again?
That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Is this a boob talk?
Mama's mic is really loud. Okay, yeah. I will reduce it. I think I need to raise my computer volume because I can barely hear you. Oh, my computer volume's all the way up. Something is up. I don't know why I can barely hear you, but you're coming through so fucking loud.
Am I loud to other people listening?
You are. So I'm reducing your volume. Try talking again.
Okay. Once upon a time, there was a person. Their name was Mama Drock. It's a weird name to name a person, but someone did.
There we go. We've done it. Oh, move away from Dogcam. That's true. Whoop. We are just starting. It's true. Okay. Oh, right. I was going to show other stuff. So first things first, I did this beadwork for a class, and I like how it turned out. So this beadwork is going to live behind me on my board from now on. I don't know if anyone knows about beadwork, but it takes fucking forever. Let's bring it up. Let's bring it up so everybody can see. Look at this beautiful, beautiful artwork I did. Holy shit, that took forever. Wow.
Yeah. You did a really tremendous job, and I love the meaning behind it.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that right now. People, if you want the meaning, I don't know, I'll probably mention it some other time. Yeah, it was not done last time. And then lastly, I got my first tattoo. Me and my wife got matching tattoos that we were planning on getting for, well, we've been planning out what they'd be for a long time. It's a 10 years anniversary of being together, not of being married. I'm too young for that. But this is the tattoo we got, and it is our wedding flowers on a log pose with the coordinates of where we got married.
It's pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. And I'm not good with paint, and it hurt like a fucking bitch. Also, she forgot to shade in the log pose wood on mine, so they don't quite yeah, it's upside down because I can't, this is hard to do. Yeah, so I'm gonna need to go back and get it shaded in a little more. It's also a shame, my skin tone is very red, so it doesn't take to color that well.
Rude, your skin tone is perfect.
My skin tone is fine for a lot of things. It doesn't take to a colored tattoo as well as like someone with a more pink or yellow complexion. Okay. I think I'm done. I think I'm done with the updates. Do you have updates before we get into it?
I have updates.
Wait, fuck. I think I have one more update. Do you have anything you want to do first? Any news? Anything you want to tell people?
You do your update first. I'm looking for passwords and connecting to your sister's internet.
So people, I have mentioned I have a secret project I'm doing that is some sort of critter project. Critters are involved. And I want people to get eyes on it because I'm very proud of it. I think I'm doing good work. I'm so excited for what's to come in that project. It's a long ways off of being anything. However, I love it and I want to get people over there to watch the streams for that. For that reason, I'm going to have Mama design one of the critters, guide my hand to design something in the near future. So I'm going to be planning a time to do a stream where Mama Drock is going to be designing a critter for my critter project.
I've already chosen my critter.
Yeah, the critter has been chosen. You might want to come up with a couple because we might get through them pretty quick. How's my sister? She's in the hospital. That's all you need to know, right?
That's really like, that's a pretty shitty update.
Yeah, do you have more info to add there?
Yeah, I mean, we're doing as well as we can do, and we've decorated her room, and I think that the hospital staff thinks that we're literally the bougiest family that's ever come into the hospital. Like the hospital staff is like,
oh, the mural we haven't started.
This is a wild level of furniture to bring into a place that you don't actually live. Is I think what the hospital staff is saying now. And we fed her enough and brought in enough extra food that now she's on a special, what's it called? Snack list.
What's that mean?
Okay, so we got her a whole bunch of food and stuff, which is, you know, good because they weren't feeding her enough for twins. And I guess she ate so much of her extra food in front of them and kept walking up and down the hallway to get more food that they were like, you know what? I think it's time to up her level of food. So she'll eat breakfast and then an hour later a snack arrives. And then she's getting snacks in between all the things now. She feels very proud of herself.
Amazing. Add a Bellamy. Okay, I'm going to have to put that up in the top corner because it's too early to add a Bellamy.
But is it?
Well, yes, because I'm doing thumbnailing.
I look forward to seeing where you add a Bellamy in the image I chose.
I've already got a plan.
She gets second breakfast. I brought her a whole bunch of food and she makes sandwiches and has a bunch of other stuff. And it's super funny because she gets second breakfast, she gets in between breakfast. Hobbits would be proud of her. Like she is fooding it out.
Someone asked for the one that they helped to design, the critter they helped to design to be shown on screen. So you know what? I might as well, if I'm advertising my critter project. Most Tuesdays now I draw. I didn't last Tuesday because my arm was too sore, but most Tuesday streams at 12:30 are going to be critter streams. So yes, I will show the little colony of rats that is a wheel of cheese, and this critter is a wheel of cheese that is a big rat with a bunch of little rats whose tails sticking out act as the legs of a little spider monster of rats. It's adorable. It's terrifying. It's creepy. I love it. I'll show one more critter, and then I'm going to show some human characters, and then we'll get into Zou. What's another one? What's one of the critters that I'm very proud of, that I really love?
That's very disturbing.
Yeah, it is. This one's a creepy one.
That's beyond disturbing.
Then I'll show. Okay, we'll do this. We already showed the orca last week, so I didn't want to. But this is Loblin. We debated the name a bit. He's a goblin who throws stuff. I love Loblin. This guy's great. He's just such a little guy. This guy's perfect. Smash. Next question. No. We'll move on to Zou very soon. I think that's, you know what, that's gonna be the last critter today. I'll show them all off when we do critter streams. I'm gonna show some human characters before we move on, because I've done a first design pass of a bunch of human characters that I can go through quick. There's one. This is the main protagonist. Then I'm not going to talk about what the role of the other ones are here. I'm just going to scroll through the designs.
Oh, Marimont. Somebody from Mexico. I love Mexico.
Thank you. Marom. Oh boy, the TZ there is tripping up how I would pronounce that. Yeah, the protag's a little fella. And then I did what all great artists must do. It is a necessity, and I have made a self-insert character who's going to be part of the game. So this guy is just and there's an alt outfit, but this is the main outfit, and this guy is just, I'm putting myself in the project. Why not? Literally, I just can. So there he is.
Yeah, I like that one.
The hair does give it away. I'm not going to draw myself in a speedo potato. Yes, I had to make him so cool. Why would I not? Then I wanted a casual outfit that I thought was funny, so this is also an outfit for this character.
What are you chewing on?
What do you mean, what am I chewing on? I'm not chewing on anything. I'm drinking a smoothie.
What's in your mouth in your character drawing?
Oh, a little wheatgrass, because I anytime I'm walking around and there's wheatgrass, I pick it up and put it in my mouth. That's just the thing I do.
Yeah, like a normal person, but
it's like a fidget.
Just interesting that your character's doing it.
It added something.
Yeah, no, I don't hate it. I'm here for it.
No, I do like grass, actually. The this tattoo, one of the wedding flowers, was wheatgrass, which is not normally a wedding flower.
Oh, I put all sorts of amazingness in those wedding flowers.
What's going on? Anything we talked about? Nope, we're just about to start Zou. We just talking about some updates in my life and my other project.
And your brother-in-law's back in first place in his 100-kilometer race.
Holy fuck, he is? Yeah, that's an update we need to give. Yeah, my brother-in-law, my sister's fiance, is the most insane runner who's ever lived, and he's currently in first place in a 100-kilometer race that's happening, which is fucking insane.
He's a wild man.
Like, that is insane.
You need to pet the boy.
Literally right this second. Yes, pet the boy. I could do that.
Pet the boy. Pet the boy.
Is Mama's mic slightly better? It's gotten better and worse. It's a built-in MacBook computer mic today. Hello.
I honestly think my good mic is on a terrible quality setting, because I find that these sound better as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maximilian, here's a fun thing about the wedding flowers. They have no special significance. We just liked the color of lavender and wheatgrass together.
They told me the colors for their wedding, and lavender has been important in our family for other reasons, and so I thought about it, and the wheatgrass we used came from a field in the place that they chose to get married, which was very special to them and made them feel like the Drock's grandparents were included. So I took
so it's special to an extent.
Yeah.
We picked the flowers before there was meaning attached. It's like yeah. Will the push-ups come back? Maybe, if I can figure out a good wireless setup, maybe. But
people hate them.
Most people hate the angles, unfortunately.
People despise the push-ups.
I like it. Most people hate them.
Yeah.
I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling great. I'm excited to get to it. Are we Zowing? Are you ready to Zo?
I
Let's
am a
Zo.
ready person in the readiest universe.
Here's a crazy thing. We talked about this, and everyone agrees that it's pronounced Zo, but we thought that we like Zao better, so we might just do that.
Can I just put out there that Zao is cooler?
That's crazy. I don't know if people have thought about the fact that Zao is cooler, actually.
Yeah, I think that people don't think about the fact that Zao is cooler.
Yeah, so there might be trying to be accurate, like fucking insane people. Like they didn't consider the fact that very clearly that's not the cool name.
I mean, this person is right. Wowie Zowie, way better. Like that should be the benchmark.
What else are you gonna do? Wowie Zoe?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
What's your counterpoint?
Are people on drugs? But in my head now, I've got used to calling it Zoe. So this is going to be a problem because,
yeah, I switched, and then it was like yesterday when we called, but I was like, what if we just call it Zao anyways?
People will hate it. And you know what's really nice about that? I eat people's hatred for breakfast.
That's so true about you. I remember you saying that.
Yeah, it's very nutritional.
It's like so fucking true.
Hey, what is the chapter that we started on? I can't remember.
You know what's crazy is I never looked this up.
Zoo. This one. Yeah, Zoo will really piss people off. Haters
I don't like Zoo. Zoo sounds bad. 802 was the first chapter. 824 was the final.
All right. That seems to make sense to me. My brain enjoys that.
I like this compositionally. Got to figure out the exact balance for sake. You know, back to the thumbnail. Sorry. Bring it back down. We're redrafting.
Whoa. Is this wild day? Are we wild now? Do we just do whatever the shit we want whenever we want?
I'm gonna just spend some time working on compositional balance, I think, for the thumbnail.
I want you to know that while you're working on compositional balance, I'm not going to work on compositional balance.
That's great. I love that for you.
I want you to know one other minor thing. When your sister walks down the hallway and she's talking to me with her earphones in, the nurses give her weird looks when she's just talking to herself, so she refuses to talk. So while she walks by the nurses, I say crazy things so that I try to make her laugh her ass off while walking by the nurses.
That's a great bit.
Way crazier.
Are they not aware that wireless headphones exist? Is our hospitals like 13 years in the past?
Why she is so weird about it, but crazily she is just like, no, shh. They give me the weirdest looks. So now I'm trying to make her
hospitals that they don't think that's okay.
I'm gonna work really hard to make her appear crazy. That's my new thing. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, did you think that Zao was Jaya level worthy of analysis as a starting question? My instinct is to say no. What do you feel?
No, but yes, but no.
It's worth a lot of analysis, but like that introduced the leaders of the world and the hints of the emperors existing, and so many different things were introduced in Jaya.
Yeah. And also, okay, well, I couldn't possibly put all of my analysis time in because I don't know if you heard this. I've been driving back and forth to a hospital.
You have been. A hospital that's like 45, 50 minutes away from you.
Yeah. But on the other hand, I was looking at it and thinking to myself, like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here, and I'm sure there's stuff that I'm not picking up on, but it's not Jaya. Jaya was wild. I think that when Oda made Jaya, that afterwards he was like, what the fuck was I thinking? I gave away so much stuff in there.
Yep, the vast majority of people didn't get nearly as much as you did.
Yeah, but he put it in.
Yes, and it was there.
And I think that he realized that he was like, oh, damn, I've given away a lot of crap. I think in the beginning, he was putting in like 5, 6 giant giveaways in an arc. Like I was finding things all over the place. And I think that later he's like, I have to be a lot more careful with how I troll this shit out. So
I mean, later there's a lot more eyes on it, but Yeah, you definitely observed a lot in the early bits of One Piece.
Yeah. Also, though, I had more time. So
Yeah, that's true.
I actually wonder if I need to like just be like, I don't know, do we do them less often and I put in more? I don't know. Because you know how I'm not a half-asser, so it pisses me off.
I mean, we could do them less often, but honestly, the way you've been reading hasn't been like a way where having more time with more time with it would help you, because you're kind of only having the time to like last minute binge it, and you can't really do that for research.
No, God, no. I was done Wednesday this week.
Hey, Cruzeiro, thank you for subbing.
I don't want to brag, but I was done on Wednesday.
Oh my god, hell yeah.
Yeah, so no.
Pretty early.
I just wake up at 5 a.m. and do some reading like a normal person.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know how much extra research time you could fit into your life right now is the thing. Lemon did not read ahead, I think, because like
Nope, lies.
there's a
I
lot
did.
going on. Oh, you did?
Nope. Yeah.
Oh shit. How far are you getting to the next arc?
Well, an alligator just tried to eat some of my straw hat friends in a
Oh
forest.
damn, you're making some distance, which means you've seen personally, you disagree and think the Zou outfit's better, but you've seen my favorite Nami outfit.
Yeah, I know you think that, but I freaking
so
love.
Cute.
Oh, she's adorable. She's adorable.
Can we agree that like those are the top two though? Because I do think those are the top two.
Okay, I would agree that. Yeah, no, I would 100% agree that out of her outfits, the little tiny German outfit. I mean, I also wanted to punch Brooke in the head with his like lay on the ground and look up her skirt, but the little German outfit, adorable. But the one in Zou was so elegant. Like it was sexy as shit, but elegant.
It's elegant. It really is. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a slutty dress, but it's the kind of slutty dress that like a high society socialite wears, not the type that like a man who captures a woman and forces her to dress sexy puts her in. It doesn't feel like a stripper costume. It feels like elegant seductress in a movie, like a fucking like a vampire lady would wear it.
I think the difference between them is it felt like a choice. It felt like a woman who was living in her own sexuality, didn't give a shit what anyone else thought, and just was owning it in elegance.
No, like this stretch for outfit design is fucking wild, because you've seen, if you're that far, you've seen cuts of Sanji with his family in that fucking crazy half cape.
Yeah.
Like the outfits in this stretch of story go so hard. Holy shit.
They are pretty incredible. And speaking of outfits and hairstyles, I think that everyone who is upset about Frankie's hair needs to just take them outside. They need to take themselves outside, go for a walk in a forest, cry it out, and be the fuck done. Because watching his hair turn into that goddamn whale, I was like, no, his hair needs to change. This is delightful. I am
so good. The whale is great.
Frankie hair change all the way. I need everyone else to realize that it has now become part of the frickin' story. The narrative is enriched by his ridiculous hair. I am here for it. High fives all around. Wear that hair.
Dude, I'm trying to go fucking crazy with perspective on this one.
Love Sanji's cape hate. Why do people hate capes?
Sanji's half cape is so sick looking. People hate capes because of The Incredibles. That's it. That's literally it.
You think people hate capes because of The Incredibles?
Yeah, no, I genuinely think that scene got in people's mind as a kid. Here's the thing. Is she right that capes are bad for superheroes? Yes. Traditionally, capes were fucking awesome. They were literally a weapon in duels. People would put weights on the bottom of their cape and make them out of thick velvet so you could wrap up someone's sword or smack them in the face with the weighted bottom of a cape. Capes were a weapon and could keep you warm at night and keep you warm on horseback, hide your identity, distract and attack. Capes are so fucking sick in real life. If you're a superhero, we're smacking someone in the face with a cape, it doesn't work. Sure, they're dumb.
How could you not like a cape historically? Because historically, a cape is something that you would wear fully closed to keep you warm, or open it up, put your hood back, and it did a wrap thing and tucked in so that you had it on you, but it was still protecting you, but you were getting air. It also wraps into itself and attaches around your waist. Then it was also used as a fucking bedroll or pillow. and it allowed people to go long distances without having to have multiple different types of clothes for different weather. And you can fucking put the hood up and look like a badass secret spy. Like, bite me. I'm getting a cape. I've just talked myself into a cape.
This is so funny. This is so funny. Ollie has subscribed at 3 months, 6-month streak, incredible, saying make capes fashionable again. Hell yeah. Boss Sauce showed up and said, first time making a stream, yippee. Very funny time to show up when we're ranting about capes. And apparently Gavin is here while we're yelling about capes.
Hey, Gavin.
Hi, Gavin.
And he's reading, someone grabs your cape. Look at, and if somebody grabs your cape and throws you off a bridge, it's game over. Yeah, but you can undo your cape, because the other beautiful thing about capes is
a cape.
They didn't have like a proper toggle system that wouldn't break. That's why they had cape pins. But the beauty of it is you just pull that bitch out and your cape falls off.
I'm also going to tell you, if someone grabs your cape and throws you off a bridge, you die. If you're talking about combat and capes were, like I said, a thing you could use as part of your fighting arsenal, a lot of things can be grabbed to throw you off a bridge. Like,
I like that this person is like she would look cool falling off the bridge.
Yeah, but like you're also wearing like a shirt, and like you have arms and you have hair. Like, there's a lot of things someone could grab to throw off a bridge. Their goal is to kill you. Yeah, could they grab a cape? Totally. But like I said, it has weights at the bottom of it. You can smack them in the face with the cape. You can wrap up their sword with the cape. You can hide your flourishes and attacks. There's so much you can do. Like,
there's so many places for weaponry. You can have knives in different locations on your body protected by cape.
Yeah.
Okay, listen to me right now. When I go to the hospital to visit your sister today, I'm going to sit down with her and be like, it's time to open up the interwebs and find me a stylish cape.
It's cape time.
It's beyond cape time. How am I not already in a cape is my question.
I thought about buying a cape recently. Okay, but yeah, so we agree. This era of One Piece is fucking peak drip.
Yeah, every single one of the frickin' Straw Hats, I was like, damn. When Nami actually got down off the fluffy thing and walked, I was like, okay, Nami, like, go off. I can't even hate your brilliance right now. Shrine girl.
Do we actually get into Zou?
Dare you? I'm into Zou. I'm full Nami talk.
Fair.
Nami. Did you know that in Survivor right now, there is one of the teams is called Nami.
That's fun. I didn't know that.
They even have a little song for it. It's wicked. Nami would approve. She would feel good about it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm reading this little story. You might have heard about it. It's
Oh, One Piece?
How did you know I was going to say that? That's wild. We're totally connected mind to mind on this. How cool is something though that when you show up to it, do I have to talk about the simps for the Straw Hats again? Like, yeah, I read it on.
You have to briefly talk about those simps because we watched it on stream, but people watching the video weren't there for that.
Oh yeah, I didn't talk about it with them.
Well, no, because the video people don't get us reading the next part, so they don't know what you're talking about.
Damn.
So you do have to talk about it for video folks.
Listen, I'm gonna do it, guys.
Can do.
But I need you to know, like, I must really love you, squishies, to talk about it again, because I'm ADD and I already talked about something. It's pain. That's some pain for me to have to go back into that shit. Okay, here we go. Oh, come on, simps. We're going for a walk. We're gonna talk with the squishies. I to remember when I was reading this, it was interesting because how many times in One Piece do we meet people who go out into the ocean and they actually tell their own stories as people who decided they were going to be pirates or adventurers or whatever. And we meet some of them who are the minks too later on, who say they go out into the ocean and it turns out, yeah, the ocean actually wasn't for them. They thought it was going to be this whole great adventure thing, but they didn't think about all the learning curve involved in the ocean or all the different things that they were going to have to take care of or learn or do or fight or whatever it is. And we keep meeting these people. Whoa, what are you doing? Did you take a bag of chips and put it on your mic?
I'm feeding the dog a treat, so that might have been picked up a little.
So it was really interesting to see these guys because it did two things for me. Their inability to sail around and understand the ocean or even have a freaking navigator makes you realize why so many people are saying to Luffy and the crew, you think you're ready for this? You have no idea what's ahead of you. Which made me think about how compelling it is that Luffy and the Straw Hats have this ability to admit, and I think this is something that's unique, when they aren't good enough. Like Luffy will run into all shit head first, but Luffy and all of the Straw Hats have this ability to be like, we're not ready. It's time to level up. And they keep leveling themselves and training themselves and leveling themselves. And that's the difference between the people who don't make it and the people who do make it in life. And it's just kind of this basic lesson that Oda's chucking in for free behind the scenes, saying like, look, you'll notice that the difference between all these people who suck and aren't going to make it in the new world and Luffy is that whenever they become aware that they're outmatched, they regroup, they train, they look for ways around it to get better. Because when we come in here and we see our simps on their little happy Luffy boat, and things start to fall and hail is breaking things and they use it to take gum off the deck and they're trying to fight against things and they're talking to the grandma who later on in the SBS was absolutely a wildly old woman. You're just thinking like, no wonder so many people said to Luffy and the crew, like, you're not ready and you'll die. You have no idea what it's like out here. I just want to take all of them off the ocean and put them in a pirate training course. We need a One Piece pirate training course is what's missing right now. And I have a new idea that if Luffy doesn't die, he and few of the crew should become professors in the surviving the ocean and the Great Blue Sea. And then people who are interested in going out on adventures can take a basic or all the way to intensive training course and get their degree in pirate.
Perfect. Wonderful. No notes.
And so I loved it for that. But on the other hand, I was just like massively disturbed by it because they suck as pirates and as people who are trying to survive in the world. Where does this? All right, here we go. Oh yeah, right. Oh, God, this guy.
Which guy?
I know that it is the famous actor whose Japanese name I do not remember for Kizaru.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, as long as I live, he's going to be Justin Timberlake to me.
I'm just telling you, that just means that guy looks a little like a Japanese Justin Timberlake because you've seen that dude and he looks identical.
They're identical. I'm just telling you that every time he comes onto a panel, I'm like, oh, look, it's Japanese Justin Timberlake. It just is. I want to send it to Justin Timberlake and be like, look at this. You have a brother. He's in Japan. Ask your dad if he spent any time.
On an ad break, so this is a good time to be talking about this.
Ask your dad if he spent any time in Japan because I think I found your brother. He's a Japanese actor. But it is a little bit uncomfortable because I think that Justin Timberlake's dad had an affair. That's all I'm saying.
Just because one man looks like him. One Japanese man looks like Justin Timberlake.
Time I open it up, I think it is Justin Timberlake. I'm like, oh, he animated Justin Timberlake. That was kind of him. I wonder if Justin knows. Yeah, I saw the dude. They're identical, but that's where my brain goes.
All right.
I know he does look a little like Adam Sandler too. I agree. But I think it's funny that people all see Adam Sandler and I just frickin' see Justin Timberlake and Adam Sandler.
You are going to have to edit this out, Cricket. That is true.
Why would you do that? What if you left it in? Maybe Justin Timberlake will see it and he'll be like, oh my God, I think my dad did have an affair. That is me.
I feel like Justin Timberlake got famous at the right time where like YouTube doesn't exist to him. Like he got famous before YouTube was big and froze in time and doesn't understand the internet. It's pretty common for people to get famous and not understand anything that happened to the world after they became famous because they just didn't need to anymore. Like they didn't need to exist as a real human after that point.
I just want to be clear here. Are you claiming that Justin Timberlake doesn't know about the internet?
I think he knows about it. I don't think he uses it. I don't think he cares. I think he's like vaguely aware of the internet. I don't think he watches YouTube videos though. I think he understands like a bit about social media because he has to because he's a celebrity. But I genuinely don't think Justin Timberlake is sitting at home watching YouTube videos.
You've got to be kidding me. The man knows about the internet. Like,
I think to him, YouTube is that place where people watch his music videos and his Saturday Night Live clips.
I'm telling you right now.
All right, everybody, who's betting? Who's betting whether or not Justin Timberlake watches YouTube videos?
I think Justin Timberlake totally watches YouTube videos.
What else would a person do nowadays? What you don't understand is when people say there's nothing to do nowadays, not online, that's because things cost money. Money is something Justin Timberlake owns.
No, that man is down with the YouTube videos.
I think Justin Timberlake doesn't watch YouTube.
In fact, I think Justin Timberlake is probably a Drock fan.
Hey, Justin Timberlake, if you're out there and you're watching this VOD on the VOD channel, you're one of the 1,000 people who watches the VODs instead of the edited videos, or in addition to. I'm sorry for assuming. You let me know. We'd love to have you on the program. That sounds wonderful. I don't think you're here. I don't think you're hearing me, Justin Timberlake. I think I'm speaking to no one when I say this. I think these are empty words cast upon a void. An endless, starless darkness is what consumes these words, because you are elsewhere. You are spending money on golf cart race courses that only the 1% have access to. And you know what? Good for you.
You're wrong. But
not stop golf cart race courses that the 1% have.
Race courses that I've never been jealous of money before. Like, I've always been fine with where I'm at. But now
you could. Have you never thought about that? If you had money, you could just do things. You could be like, I want to play real life Mario Kart. Hey, I'm gonna pay an engineer to build me a race course, and we're gonna get nosed up golf carts and do some fucking Mario Kart racing. You can do that if you're rich.
Okay, up until now, I've always been like, meh, but now I'm like, money. That's useful. I mean, all the other shit, meh, whatever. But I'm not kidding. You know, I love me a golf cart. I don't golf. I famously hate golf, and yet I love me a golf cart. I stand them. I'd rizz up a golf cart. You know why I'm saying this? If any of the kids that I teach hear this, the other day while teaching theater, they weren't bringing the right vibe. This was many weeks ago. And I said, watch me rizz up a tree. And I think I almost killed like 8 kids. I think they died laughing so hard, they almost choked on their own tonsils. They couldn't handle it. So that's for them.
Okay. Y'all, like 3 people in our audience just became Justin Timberlake when I said I don't think he's here.
I love these people. That's why you got to trust the squishies. They know how to play.
You also got to remember that out of the famous singers of that era, Justin Timberlake is not a declared One Piece fan. If there is any singer likely to be watching us right now, it's Lindsay Lohan.
All right. I'm moving on. So off we go. We meet Justin Timberlake, and Justin Timberlake is at the Marine HQ headquarters. He goes by another name in this because he's an undercover Justin Timberlake. He goes by Cesar Borsalino. And he is talking about all the most important things about how suddenly all of Whitebeard's captains are going down. You know who hasn't gone down yet, though? That's right. A pineapple named Marco. That guy's still kicking around, but maybe not for long, because we find out about this dude, Edward Weevil. Oh, I read these out loud to people. That's why I'm so confused.
But like video people don't get those, so you do got to talk about them.
Don't at me. So he is what we in the business call an odd fella. And he's decided that he is definitely the son of Whitebeard. Kind of possible if you take a look at his mustache. Still very confused why Oda thinks the best humor in the world for calling somebody Whitebeard is to give them a white mustache and no beard. But, you know, cha-cha-cha.
We've been over this.
I know we have. I said cha-cha-cha. That's what that meant. So off we go. Off we go, and we meet his mom, who, damn, this woman is smoked. Like, she is smoked her way through life. Miss Buchan, if there is one thing I know about Miss Buchan, it's that she is a heavy 4-pack-a-day smoker, because those wrinkles are all pinchy smoke lines. And she assures him very, very lovingly and a little bossily that he is definitely the son of Whitebeard. I gotta tell you, if he is the son of Whitebeard, I mean, he's a little more bowling bally than Whitebeard, but if he is the son of Whitebeard, that does make things very interesting. Except for would Whitebeard like you killing all his ex people? No,
Probably not. I mean,
Like-
he's round, but he is like as big as him, and apparently just so impossibly strong that his bounty was like Luffy levels of big when it got frozen, just from going around killing people with strength alone.
I'm not disagreeing that he has some resemblance and strength.
Mm.
I'm just saying it's a bit upsetting that he's such a, you know what he is? He's a Timbit, which is the part of the donut that makes a hole. So he's a donut hole. He's a dumbass. I don't
Donut
enjoy
holes is just what they're called everywhere but Tim Hortons.
Yeah, we just call him Timbits. So
That
he's
is
a big
true.
old,
In Canada, we call them Timbits even when they're not from Tim Hortons on account of their Timbits.
on account of we do what we want. We're Canada. She sounds like Roz from Monsters Inc. His mom sounds like Roz from Monsters Inc.
It's kind of funny.
Okay, I'm going back. I'm out of your world. Today I can't pay attention to the comments very much. So if squishies, if you feel a little alone out there and like I'm not noticing your shit, it's because I have to be in my chapters and we got ourselves a new setup for the day and we're just gonna have to be doing less.
We got a temporary setup and we just have to be okay with it.
And it is what it is. Okay. When they get to the elephant, there's no words. Like, as a fan of One Piece and as a person who's come into it later in life, I always think, and I've said this to you time and again, I'm like, okay, I know the edges of the weird. So now things are less surprising, and that's never true. What a unique ability of a writer to completely surprise you at every turn. Because this elephant, first of all, I want the elephant and I to be best friends.
Wait, are you saying that there's a critter in One Piece that you really like?
This is new for me, but I've really come into an animal time in my life where I really enjoy animals.
That's crazy. You go on.
Thank you. So when I saw that there was a whole ass city on top of this elephant, my brain was like, oh, God damn it. I am so happy right now. You have played into the famous Indian legend of the giant elephant with the city on his back. So for those of you who don't know, Gajendra Moksha is, and I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but he is a very, very famous elephant in India. There's legends and there's a whole story thing that goes with it. And he walks around with the city on his back. They don't talk about the people on his back very much, unlike in this one. It's mostly just about the elephant himself. But he is known to be an elephant that has some divinity. So I thought this was pretty cool because obviously this elephant here, in my opinion, is part and parcel of one of our ancient weapons.
Mm-hmm. Holy shit, someone just brought up something really cool.
Go on.
Big Mom, you believe, represents the black tortoise of the South, right? I think
Yes.
it's South?
Yes.
The legend of the tortoise that the world is on suspended by an elephant. We get into Big Mom and Big Mom's crew at the same time as we're introduced to the elephant of myth who holds a city on its back. There's something in there. Pratchett's Discworld, that's where it is. Discworld is elephants and tortoise. That's actually very cool.
That's pretty cool.
I remember it. I forgot it was Discworld, not a real mythology, but that's awesome. That's really rad.
Pineapples are called phoenix pears in Japanese, so the Marco pineapple joke goes deep. That's amazing.
So rad. So what you're saying is I am a phoenix pear by having a pineapple head. Brilliant. Show me.
Yeah, I think that's what everyone is saying. I think you nailed that.
Mm-hmm.
So if Zou is one of the weapons,
which you believe it may be,
I believe that he is one of the weapons because I think the weapons are attached to a person. So like no, the Ark is attached to the scaredy cat mermaid and the underwater ancient sea fish, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
So then maybe Momo is attached to this elephant. And then because the elephant is also moving, then this would be both the ancient creature and the vehicle of destruction. I don't know.
Yeah, you were on the phone mulling over the idea that this could be the creature and the vehicle, or it could be the creature related to Pluton, because it's in the ocean, and that's a theory I've heard people talk about as well. There's space in there for sure.
I think it would more be because I think that Luffy would probably be Uranus.
Mm-hmm. So you feel like Pluton's more likely because then Momo can be attached to Pluton and you can save Luffy for Uranus.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense to me. Yeah, that works.
Zunesha doesn't fly, but he is literally above the clouds. I think there's an argument for Uranus for sure.
That's what I keep thinking. Like, if he's above the clouds and it's a city above the clouds, I don't know why it can't. So it just feels that way. And
I just had a theory.
Yeah, go ahead.
You go first, and then I'll get back to this.
Well, when you think about the fact that he's been punished in the past, the thing has been around for over 1,000 years, and he did something very bad, or he's punished by somebody, you have to start to wonder, like, why is a creature like this allowed to live and isn't just murdered? So it talks about how they need to have it around, right? Like, if he had done something very bad and people were looking for control, Pluton could be a ship too. Like, it can be attached to that. I'm not saying it isn't. But it feels like there's something here, because if he has done something that is super, super bad, and he's not murdered, why not? It doesn't make sense. It's kind of like the whole Sanji wanted alive only, because if a creature like this had done something bad and I wanted to control it, instead I might just be like, no, just kill it. Then I don't have to worry that it's going to do that thing. But if I attach it and make it have to have permission in order to have any actions, I would only do that because it was important enough that it lived.
Yeah. I agree that, like, Pluton being a ship, sure, whatever. Hear me out on this. The Noah's a ship, right? Shirahoshi's in theory Poseidon, and the Sea Kings are her power.
Yeah.
Zunesha only moves at Momo's command. Momo, just like Luffy, who could hear the Sea Kings, can hear Zunesha. Yeah. Luffy could hear the things that Shirahoshi commanded. It kind of feels like it'd be weird for the ancient weapons to be like, one's a ship, another one's a girl. I really like Mama's theory from way back in the day. Originally, your theory in Skypiea was that the ancient weapons could be both a vehicle, both an object and a person.
And then I said they're connected and they have to be a number of things.
Yeah, a creature, a vehicle, and a person. And that would explain how one can be a vehicle and one can be a girl, is if Noah is also involved in Poseidon, then that's all three. And somehow the Pluton could be connected to Momo and Zunesha.
And so the reason that I also think that, and it's funny, thank you for re-clarifying that, because sometimes I talk as if everybody has been here with us the entire time, which isn't always true. And the reason I also think that is, I was just saying, in a practical way, like, my websites, computers, everything that I use in the world has like 2 or 3 part authentication. So you're telling me that a world-destroying weapon is just one thing? It's just this boat, and if any old jackass hops on it, boom, world-destroying powder's activated. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. Excuse my French. So instead of that, if it has to be a few things put together, and together they create the weapon, then that's a checks and balance and safety feature in place. And if you don't have that, and it's just the one thing, well, then that's an absolutely asinine weapon that makes no sense to me.
Oh, someone's saying that apparently the buildings on Zou are based off of Peru. They do look very Incan now that I'm thinking about it. I never noticed that before somehow.
Yeah, they do. But they also kind of have a little edge of Indian in them.
I agree. I think there's a little bit of Indian inspiration too. They don't feel like singular cultural the way that you kind of got. I guess it's not even singular cultural for Dressrosa, because there was a bit of Spain and a bit of Greece and a bit of Rome. It felt like kind of multi-Mediterranean.
I think it was more Rome than Greece because Oda did come
More
back in
Rome
an
than
essay
Greece, yeah.
and he said, no, 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 because I said, this doesn't make any sense. Like, yes, of course, there are some
Oh,
Colosseum type things.
apparently it's largely based off of Peru, based on real buildings, which Sam Fisher is pointing out is interesting because that would also mix with the Aztec inspiration for Skypiea. What I find kind of neat about that is it was Mayans, not Aztecs, who had a method of farming that involved water, involved like these canals running through all of their buildings, which feels way more like Zou. So I don't think this is just one Mesoamerican culture, if that is the case, but could be closer to Inca than the Maya.
I think it's okay for it to be a few different things. Like, you know, I looked up and tried to see if there were many other people who had like an elephant city kind of thing. It seems to be mostly just Indian, but I think that Oda is not afraid to take a bunch of different things and smash them together. People.
The Incas were high elevation, just like the Minks at Zou. That is true.
I have to leave this page. I was looking at your drawing for a minute, and then I saw someone that said, "Mama, do you like the minks?" Come on now, you've met me. They're animals, and they talk.
Someone just pointed out also that the Maya had architecture that drained water and could withstand earthquakes, which also feels very fitting for Zou. So I think there's some general Mesoamerican inspiration. There feels like a bit of Maya in with the Inca here.
It also just feels like a treasure site, right? Like if you think of different movies and different things like Raiders of the Lost Ark, which would have been within Oda's time frame, is a thing that he probably would have had obsessions over and stuff too. It feels like the type of place that they would have come in like in a Crystal Skull moment to find treasure. And in this case, there was the treasure of the Red Poneglyph and a treasure of it. We can't get there.
The treasure of the friends we made along the way.
No, we're not going to talk about the friends we made along the way, only the enemies. Here we go. In the friends in low places. That elephant has been alive for an entire millennium. I really did think the elephant was eyeless at first, and it made me upset.
He just got sunken sad eyes.
Turned out, elephant has the eyeballs. When they were deciding how to get up there, and then they send their friends away, and they try to receive the remaining 4 autographs, and fresh from the pens of gods. Oh my god. I still love him, don't get me wrong, but he simped hard.
Yeah, Boa, people are like, who simps harder? Boa keeps her shit together. She still has her agenda and life in mind when she's near Luffy. Bardo ceases to exist as an individual.
It upsets me that anyone would dare compare Boa and say that she simps harder than Bardo. First of all, Bardo is simping for the entire Straw Hats, which, don't get me wrong, I enjoy. I really enjoy that he shares the love. But Boa like runs her nation and talks to her advisors, and it feels like all Bardo does is just like, oh my god, I'll never wash this hand again. And you know that that's a dangerous precedent to start. I'm looking at you, Vanderdecken. So it's very, very nerve-wracking. His love is a little obsessive. Oh, okay. Let's have a moment.
I just want to say there's a best ruler pull, and we're really out here comparing Garfield to some dog. I don't know.
Who's the dog? I'm not on there.
They're just comparing Duke Dogstorm and Nekomamushi Cat Viper, and I'm like, one's Garfield and one's just like a dog. I don't know. I'm gonna pick Garfield over a dog.
But when he, I do say I do love them both. But when Cat Viper is in a bathtub telling me how much he likes to eat lasagna, my entire childhood heart almost burst with joy. I was like, okay, I can't. I love this. I love this cat more than I can tell you now. Him sitting in a tub with his stupid band-aids off, pawless, and eating. My little heart. I can't even. Okay. Moving on.
Moving on.
Do you know, let's just take a moment to look at that there's 328 people just sitting back, doing shit, walking around their house, cleaning things, living their lives, listening to us talk about One Piece.
That's incredible.
That's a really neat moment. 328 people are all connected around the world, having the same kind of moment together. Neat. All right. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with my little existential neatnesses.
Existential neatnesses.
Existential neat. That's what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. Back to my pictures. The pictures of a manga. Oh. Remind me to tell you later about my One Piece pushing.
Okay, I'm excited. Next ad break, I'm going to remind you to tell me about your drug pushing.
No! One Piece pushing!
Yeah, drug pushing.
When you say that, people are worried that I'm doing drugs because they know about that time.
No one was worried about that. It was in context.
It's because of that time with the sweet, sweet pipe. And it
oh my God.
Only people who come to these know about the sweet, sweet pipe. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, that has yet to make it in an edited video.
So one day, if I say it enough and attach it in context to something that's narrative, oh, that baby's getting right on and people are going to think I'm a crack addict.
Let's keep going.
I'm going to start working hard to get that thing in. People are going to be like, what the hell is Mama talking about? The sweet, sweet pipe? Did you go away?
I'm here.
Oof, my whole computer went black. I thought you disappeared. I cried.
When your computer went black, suddenly I started echoing. Not sure why. Let's hope it goes away.
Are you echoing still?
Not that time. Let's keep it up. Let's keep moving. Let's roll. Let's do it.
No problem. Okay. I love this dragon so much. And it breaks my little heart in half that after he strives and carries them all up the leg of the elephant, that he just falls into a picture. I didn't care about any of his other things. But this dragon, this poorly bullshit drawn dragon with the tiny legs, like he gave him Triceratops frickin' arms.
Oh my God. It ended up 50-50. That's amazing. They were only 4 votes apart, or 6 votes apart. Okay, sorry. Back to it.
What was the vote for?
The best ruler between Dogstorm and Cat Viper.
That's rude. Screw you, Twitch. What's that about? Anyway, I don't care. Let's talk about this dragon. He doesn't deserve to have his time separated and called into. So here we go. Okay, so this beautiful little pink dragon with Triceratops arms, not even. Triceratops arms at least are strong looking. These are 2 spindly sticks with big flat paws on the end. Oh, dragon. And yet, he puts his tiny body, his ridiculously skinny dragon body on that elephant, and he goes to head for his purpose to the top of the mysterious island of Zou. And he sweats when he's literally 50 meters away from the boats. That poor bastard is already sweating. I just, you know what? In case you haven't read this, guys, spoiler alert, he dies.
He completes his purpose, is what happens.
Is that what we're calling death now? The completion of a purpose?
When you're a drawing designed to climb up an elephant, maybe.
Don't even. You know what, though? We're still talking about him, so there you go.
He's not forgotten.
A dragon only dies when it's forgotten. Speaking of dragons, the back-to-back dragon, which I liked here. We see this dragon working so hard to bring them up, and then we toss ourselves back into Monkey D. Dragon, who, I don't know if you've heard this, guys, but he's a Revolutionary Army commander-in-chief and also the father of our great-known Luffy.
Does he do anything?
He gets attacked. Yeah. It's not as good as you'd hope. I know you were hoping for something better, but he gets attacked. And the reports are like, things are going bad, people are coming here. But they talk about the fact that it seems the report was that she was captured at Sabaody was total fabrication. Of course, Robin was lively and well. I like and don't like that Luffy doesn't really give a shit about his dad. His dad doesn't give enough shits about him, but he's really into Robin. So it tells you that it's less about the nurturing and more about the fact that Robin is a freaking gigantic world treasure. It is going to be absolutely butt-ass wild when we come down to things and people are all trying to steal Robin. And Robin, like, for sure, I just want to put out there that at some point Robin is going to be kidnapped. And
we've already had Robin kidnapped, so I don't feel like we need it. Sorry, keep going.
It's going to happen again, because this time it's going to be people who are looking to kidnap Robin, not to kill her, but to actually use the poneglyphs and to have her translate. Because think about how many people are attempting to, like Mama says later on, Big Mom says that, you know, oh, it's just nice to have them. The poneglyphs are a great treasure. There's not really a lot I can do with them because I can't read. I don't know how many people are aware of Robin's ability to read the poneglyph, but there is no way that Robin isn't going to be stolen and tossed around this. Yeah, it's definitely a prediction, and tossed around the One Piece world, because there's going to be so many people who are trying to use her to read poneglyph.
My take has always been that people need to come after her, but she doesn't need to be stolen again because we've been through that. But it's got to be a pressure at the very least that causes conflict that people are going to want to steal her. But I think most people who are higher up in the world would know, because, like, you know, how does Big Mom know that the road to poneglyphs exist? Well, because if you're a big player in this world, you have access to information. And Crocodile was able to find out about Robin's ability. So I think big players in the world, like Big Mom and Kaido, probably do know, because they probably know a lot of shit.
But didn't we already, wasn't it canon to the story that it was Robin who came to Crocodile and told her about her abilities? Or was Crocodile connected enough to the original time when Robin was...
Don't think we know, but I think someone with enough information would just know that, like, Ohara scholars knew how to read it. So if anyone does, it's probably the Ohara survivor.
I was under the impression that Robin told her, that I had
okay,
thought
Robin, that... people are saying they agree with you. Either way, I think people who are really in the loop could just know, because, like, yeah, there was...
Did you just hear that the One Piece community that I know of, our squishies, have somehow infiltrated my brain enough that I just called Crocodile her? Yeah.
Look, I'm just saying, if Crocodile was born a woman, Crocodile's a trans man, and he, him pronouns are good to go, unless it turns out Crocodile changed their gender to, like, you know, hide or some shit, in which case things become a lot more complicated.
Anyways, regardless of Robin's strength, regardless of Robin's protection, I think that we're going to have some sort of a thing. I really do. I think she has to be stolen. I think we have to rescue her.
My take is, I don't think it's necessary, but I think it needs to cause conflict. And the reason I think your argument should be plot-based, not like, but she wouldn't let that happen. Guys, Robin's very strong. We all know that. Let's say Don Quixote Doflamingo made it his goal to steal Robin, and that was all he cared about. She's not strong enough to stop that, and that's nowhere near the biggest threat we're up against. Let's say fucking Big Mom just decided, you know what I want to do more than literally anything else? Steal Robin. Do you think there's a world where Robin stops that from happening if that was all she was trying to do? There are people stronger than Robin. I don't think Robin is strong now can be like a reason she can't be stolen again, because there are people stronger than Robin.
I think that she's going to be taken. And I think that it's going to be in a very unique way. I was trying to think about, like, who else would be going, who would want to be taking.
Should we save that and you talk about your pushing story, because we just hit an ad break?
Are we in an ad break?
We're in an ad break. We just hit an ad break.
Yeah.
Pushing story.
So I was hanging out. I was hanging out in a lineup with some people at Winners. This is how bad this is. I was in public with people who were just trying to have a life in Winners. And it was a pretty long lineup. And one of the people was talking about this manga that she had read. And it was like a younger-ish person, maybe 20.
Oh.
Talking to a person who was like maybe her mom or something. And she was like, it was so good. And I was like, have you ever read One Piece? And so already I've broken this circle of trust But we're Canadian, so I just want you to know this isn't like in the United States where you don't smile and nod at everyone. This is Canada. We say hello to everyone. So have I broken the circle of trust of a lineup? Yes. Yes, I have. I have jumped in with my own thing. But it is Canada. And then she was like, "Nah, I thought about reading One Piece, but it's like over 1,000 chapters." And I was like, "Yeah, it is, but I'm reading it." And then the mom was like, "You're reading a manga?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic." I say you have to get into it. You have to allow yourself some time to allow your brain to adjust to the way that you read. And if you actually think about it as having depth and value instead of going into it with a negative thought, it turns out that it has tons of depth and value and has become one of my favorite narratives of all time. And then the girl was like, "Oh my God, I keep telling myself it's too long." And I'm like, "It hasn't taken me that long, and I'm held back on a leash. I'm not allowed to read as much as I want." And then I pumped this too. So
Hell yeah.
not only did I push One Piece, I then pushed the Drock show.
You pushed your streaming show, yeah.
Unsuspecting humans in the line at Winners.
Hell to the yeah. My God, dude.
And it's like, oh no. Next, I'm going to assault somebody in an elevator. That's the only bigger social contract you can ruin. So
there's worse social contracts. There is.
Then an elevator?
No. You forget. You could start recommending it to customer service employees who are forced to listen to you.
Okay, well, that's hilarious.
That is a bigger social faux pas for sure.
Something to do for amusement. Yeah. But I'm going to tell you right now, I almost want to push it on somebody in an elevator. You know how you're not even supposed to look at each other?
Yep.
Yeah. Elevator pitch.
As a Finnish person, I would have a heart attack if someone I don't know talked to me.
Oh, you're a Finnish person? Oh shit, Narwhal. I can't even imagine you would die.
There's a best dragon poll. Oh, this is a tough one. I'm voting with future knowledge, so I'm cheating.
Some One Piece. That's terrible. Oh, I'm a One Piece pusher.
You are a One Piece pusher. Welcome to the club.
Go out in the world and I force you to listen to the shit that I like. One Piece! I'm going to write a song. That's the beginning of it. Just know from there it's going to have a wicked drop and then some lovely upper. Oh, yeah, it's going to be good. Hold on to your hats, kids. We got a One Piece moment coming through. Okay, and now back to our regular scheduled program. So here we have a man who's just not caring about his son enough, but Luffy, in his defense, also doesn't care about his dad enough, and he's all about Robin. And so the fact that he's all about Robin and he's already thinking about the value that she brings, obviously because of the Ponteglyph, we know that if he is aware of what a dangerous, amazing resource she is, I am wondering, hear me out.
Yeah.
If the reason that Luffy is going to have to work with his dad to regain Robin.
Okay. So Robin will get kidnapped at some point and Luffy will need Monkey D. Dragon's help to get her back.
It just seems like the perfect opportunity. If I was writing a manga, I would say to myself, like, let's take somebody who's super invested in Robin and understands exactly how valuable she is and how incredible what she can do is, and the only one in the world. And then let's have them work with the people who love her the most to save her. That would be amazing. That would be, if I was writing it, I would write that. Is she gonna, and also, is Robin gonna train Momo? Wait. Someone else knows how to read Ponteglyph. Who was it? Was it Momo's dad?
Momo's dad knew how, but yeah.
So there were two people, but that dude is like actual dead.
As far as what everyone's talking about, it really seems as though he's dead as fuck.
But is Odin actually dead if you said it like that?
I just don't want to confirm anything because you asked if he's actually dead and you haven't like seen a flashback with his death. What I'm saying is you don't have 100% confirmation. As far as you know, absolute dead as doornails.
Yeah, I didn't see
Also,
a ball.
whatever, not forgotten. Blah.
Thank you, Squishies. You're an absolute treasure.
My own joke has haunted me for so long because you've given up on Roger still being alive, so I get no value out of my joke anymore. It is only used to haunt me.
And you know what? Thank you for that. I really just want to give you a tip of the hat. P.S. By the way, I had a lady crossing the street the other day give me not one but 2 tips of the hat. Very odd indeed. But I had a hat tipped.
Weird. Okay.
So if he did know how to read the ponteglyph, are we assuming that it's like kind of like wayfarers back in the day who would teach each other how to travel the ocean and read the scent of the air and the sound and the taste of the salt in the water, et cetera, and that you're only allowed to have 1 to 2 people understand how to read ponteglyph at a time? Or
I mean, all of Ohara, the scholars knew how, like every one of them.
That's what I thought, but they're dead, and more dead.
They're dead as fuck.
I know, they stole the idea of the wayfarers for Moana. I used to teach about wayfarers.
They didn't steal the idea. It was just about them.
But it wasn't about Disney's Moana.
What? Yeah, but I'm just saying, Disney just made a movie about wayfarers. They didn't steal the idea. That's like saying they stole the idea for French people by making Beauty and the Beast.
You can't steal the idea of French people. French people will put their Frenchness in your way. You'll see it. But the reason that I always call it steal the idea is it kind of Pocahontas' shit. It just doesn't make it the same.
I mean, they actually had cultural advisors from Polynesian culture working on Moana. It was much more tactfully done than Pocahontas. Those are not in a comparable realm, IMO.
I don't like it when Disney. French people are, they're not fictional. Rest in peace.
I actually at some point need to do an announcement because it's our editor's birthday and they had a request. Should I just do that now while we're talking about French people? I remembered because my editor just got back from going to France. Okay. Everybody, Red Potato, I'm going to send you a link that I need you to link in the Discord, everyone's. I am actually going to have to ask Lav for the link because I don't have, well, no. I need a second. I can get it from mobile and then send it to myself. This is going to be a second, but I'll talk while I'm doing it. So basically my editor, Lucky Lav, it's their birthday today. Their best friend is having a very difficult time. Several deaths in the family while trying to raise 2 kids on her own. Trapped in a lot of debt, and our editor has asked that for their birthday I talk about, well, they asked me to post in the Discord, but I wanted to talk about it with you guys, the GoFundMe to help her, the editor's best friend, make ends meet and go far enough to make it to the next time she can get a art grant to keep paying bills, because things are pretty tight right now. So I am going to share the link here so that everybody has access to that. I'm going to be donating to it myself as a birthday gift to Lucky Lav, who's been an incredible editor and friend doing a great job. Here, I will share it in the Discord, and I'm going to ask Red Potato to every once in a while repost it. Thank you so much, Condog. Okay, here we go. I'm going to donate money to it after. I'm just not going to do that on stream because it would take a while and that is boring. But after the stream, I'm going to be donating to this. Thank you guys so much for any help you give. Thanks for letting me talk about it. Should we get back to the program now that we've talked about Wayfinders and French people?
How dare you? Anyway, yeah. Put the link in a way that I can find it later too, because I don't know if you know this, but I'm busy doing something right now.
I will send that to you. What? Yeah. Now you have it for later.
So that was so just like boop, done. That is a very heart-wrenching story. I hate it when things like that happen to lovely people.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Funny elephant. Yeah.
Back to the elephant.
This elephant's not funny. This elephant gets shot.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's what happens to the elephant. Am I wrong? Or does the elephant get shot?
No, okay. You know, when we saw Burgess get on the beach and we know where he is and he does the thing and then he calls everyone off to attack Dragon?
Yes.
In that time, I looked at it and was like, God damn it. I hate Blackbeard so much.
Yep.
Every time I turn around, that little bitch is up in everybody's business.
He's just doing shit. I also love that him doing shit here has literally no beef with the revolutionaries, but he's like, they own weapons and I want weapons. Let's kill them.
It's absolutely ridiculous. But they're not wrong, because if you're trying to find weaponry, that's probably one of the very best places to do it at the time.
Oh yeah, the Revolutionary Army is going around handing weapons to townsfolk all over the world. They have way more weapons than they can use or protect. Like, literally, if you're going to steal weapons, if that's your goal, what a great target.
I also like that we found out where Buggy was, that he set up a world that looked just like Foxy's world. As if Foxy was doing his little games. But he really has come back into himself. There is no moment apparently where Buggy said to himself, maybe I'm going to learn a lesson and be a little less of a shit. Instead, he was like, no, I'm gonna beef this up. I'm gonna become Buggy, the chairman warlord of the sea, the genius jester. So apparently Hubris has a name and it's Buggy. All right. Go, little dragon, go! And then the dragon died. And that's all I have to say about that.
I love Robin putting a flower on its grave, everyone mourning it, and then Law and Zoro being like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? It's a stupid drawing.
It made me really upset, actually, because they all cheered the dragon on and they all agreed that the dragon was absolutely nailing it. Robin thought it was so cute. She wasn't wrong. You can do it, says Robin. She has tears in her eyes. She's so proud of this frickin' dragon. And then they can't even take a moment. It's crying at the end. Literally. Ryunosuke is crying as it pushes up over the end because it just tries so hard. And then it grins, the greatest little, like, I feel so very, very proud of myself grin. And then Robin says, you're going to turn back into a drawing now? And it gives her a smile and then immediately starts to evaporate. And they're like, don't go. And then a bunch of people are like, ugh, how does he make you love a drawing of a dragon that disappears so much? Well, he says to himself, in the setting sun, why don't I put a vision of him as he evaporates into nothingness? He just has such a brilliant way of making you care about what he wants you to care about. Anyways, I think Robin was right. Everyone else was a shithead. The end. That's the end of that story.
Someone said, doesn't Zoro realize he's also a drawing? And like, you know, it's so fucking true.
Then again, who's to say that you're not a drawing?
I would never know, honestly.
One day, if we feel like our purpose is met and we just drawing off into a wall. Oh, God, I just had a terrible thought.
What's that?
I don't want to say it.
Say it.
Kind of don't want to.
Say
it. Only because we're here and I have to have these thoughts out loud. But I'm not happy about having this thought, so don't at me.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like what happened to people after Little Boy and Fat Man was dropped.
That is pretty fucked up, yeah.
So it's kind of like his drawings are almost a metaphor, but they bring to life the shadows and then they go back into shadow. But it feels a little bit like the shadows of people on the wall when atomic bombs are dropped.
That's incredibly fucked, yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I didn't want to say it, but here we are. It's
yeah,
been
you were
said.
right about that one as something not to be said, but okay, we had to because we're on stream. That's how it works. Like, here's the thing. The only way to get away with not saying something when you're a streamer and you've said, I just had a terrible thought, is to think of a lie really quick to say instead.
Yeah, I'm going to remember to lie in the future.
Because, like, once you've said I had a terrible thought and I don't want to say it, you have to say something.
The problem was I was just thinking like, oh, you can't say that. I wasn't thinking like, what can you say instead?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. But it really did feel kind of like that idea. Like
Oh,
that he would understand, and you can see it in the way that he did that with the dragon, and then it goes back into the ground and just becomes a shadow of what it was. It's almost like he could understand would that you would miss it, and that it would be a reminder of the life that was there, because it's kind of like the shadow people of atomic weaponry.
Dusty Draugr had a great idea. You can say I can't say it because it violates TOS.
Okay, that's a good one.
That's a good lie. That's a good cover.
For Dusty, when I say that, you'll know it's a lie.
But maybe it violates TOS.
It will never violate TOS.
Look, there's a lot of problems with media analysis. It's like the comments we get that are like, I like this episode less because you guys got into politics I don't agree with, and being reminded of stuff I disagree with makes it harder to enjoy media analysis. And like, yeah, but guys, One Piece is politics you don't agree with. I understand that you dislike being reminded of these things that you disagree with, but like fundamentally, this series has politics that a lot of people disagree with. That's just how it be.
Ask a question.
I've readjusted in my seat.
Do we find out if Carrot has eaten a devil fruit?
Look, I'll just tell you, no devil fruit. Carrot au natural.
So, do all the minks have an ability to have an electrical charge in them?
Yep.
If you're a mink, you're electrically charged.
You can do little zippy zaps. That's true.
Well, I'll be a horse's nephew. That's powerful. I want some of that. Also, Carrot's jumps. She got hops. She make the NBA no problem.
Carrot got hops. Carrot got eyes.
Yeah.
And thus begins immediate speculation that Carrot needs to be the Straw Hat's lookout. It started right about here. It was a very popular topic conversation. I'm not going to tell if it happens or it doesn't happen, but it was so discussed that if I'm telling you the context of this era of One Piece, it can't go unmentioned.
I'm not going to lie. I've come to the point that I don't believe we're going to get another female crew member, because Jinbei is in the process of begging to be on the ship, and then that would be the number that Luffy said he needed.
Fair.
And so now I'm like,
well, unless Luffy himself doesn't count, then we'd be one short.
Okay. Well, hope springs eternal in the heart of the human breast, but I'm not hoping that big. I would love Carrot to be on our ship. Do not get me wrong. This chick, way cool. Her fluffy tail, the fluffiest. But I'm starting to feel like no. I love how fast the fat alligator can run too. So,
all right, where are we at in the story? What part are we? What zone are we in?
Why the whale in the whale forest is a whale?
Okay.
Do we?
No.
It just be a whale?
It's just a whale, dude.
And we don't ever get told why it be a whale.
As far as I can remember, it's just a whale. Like, that's literally it. Like, the reason is because it's a whale. And like 10, thank you for subscribing for 3 months. That's amazing.
I'm a little sassy about that. I'm a little salty. I'm a little wish upon a star that we got a bit of a whale tail.
Okay.
Finding out that when they came up there, that the place on top of Zou, after we did all of the work to get to Zou, after we found out that nobody knew where Zou was, it was supposed to be this great secret. The group of minks were supposed to hate all humans. I love minks. I hug minks. I cuddle their faces. I pet their heads. But after we find all this shit out to get there and have the place have been ravaged and destroyed and every person covered in band-aids, was really not a phenomenal way to run into Zou.
But I think it's also part of what Oda does so well of hyping up the emperors. They feel so big and unstoppable because, like, no one's supposed to be able to get here, and it was fucking no difficulty for Kaido. Like, his troops got up here just as a matter of fact.
Yeah, they absolutely did. I'm not a fan of Kaido already.
Yeah? You don't think he's a great dude?
only in the way that I don't like him. Oh god, it's so good to see Beppo again. Ugh, love me some frickin' Beppo. Love finding out he's a mink, because remember before when I was like, why bear and top?
You did regularly ask that, yes.
So it was nice to have that all fixed up again. And it's interesting how, for some reason, the animals of the minks don't count as being animals, but except for with what's his face, who was all prejudiced against him. But so we're watching this and we find out all about the attacks and what went on and how crazy it was. And we go through, I don't know, what about 50 million chapters of healing people and meeting the awesome viper and having the elephant spew water all over the back. That was a really clever thing, by the way. I liked how that was done, because I often think one of the greatest things about living in the Pacific Northwest is our trees and our buildings aren't dirty because they're constantly washed by the sky. So it had that same feeling. And then to have all this and to find out that they were like being attacked only for the purpose of not knowing who this person was, and they're saying like, why are you attacking us? This makes no sense. We don't know who you're talking about. This is absolutely insane. And you're like, oh, leave them alone, you freaking bastards. They don't know this guy, and you're just attacking innocent human beings. You cut off a paw, cut off a leg, you rat bastards. And you're just like, you're devastated on behalf of them, and you're like, they're just simple, sweet animals who were lying the entire time and actually knew the refuge was and protect.
It's so good.
What? On top of what? My mind was absolutely melted by that.
It's so fucking crazy as a reveal.
It is one of my favorite freaking reveals I've ever seen. It's so outside of any kind of trope. It was delicious because I can't think of a time that I've seen in a narrative something that was hidden from us in such an incredible way, and then boom, right at the end, we're revealed that they have been hiding the truth the entire time, and it turns out that they were actually protecting this person.
And also suddenly makes Jack go from like the world's shittiest dude to the world's most loyal henchman. Like, this is a henchman who just fucking commits to orders like nothing else.
Yeah, he really did, actually.
Like, no, he's still shitty, but it goes from he's an unnecessary torturer who's just killing them for the sake of it and has nothing to gain, to like, oh, he was actually right about what he was looking for and is just very, very committed. Like, evil bastard, but he like
committed because he knew there was more to it.
Yeah, he was an evil bastard because he's like, no, I don't believe you. Accurately did not believe them. I think it does change a bit about how I perceive Jack. Still a bastard, but like, not a bastard just for the sake of it. A bastard who's very, very committed to doing work for his master.
And just a minute.
Just a minute, okay.
Lilliput. No, Lilliput. We don't fight brother right now. Come on, let's go outside. Go outside, my baby. Go. Go.
Oh, also, as far as who's worse between Big Jack Horner and Jack the Drought, absolutely Big Jack Horner. Like, Jack the Drought's a reprehensible bastard, but Big Jack Horner just likes being evil.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'll buy that for $1.
Yeah.
You just got sound of Bellamy's 2 sisters and mom. I'm watching all the dogs. Oh, the dogs. I gotta tell you. I say I gotta tell you a lot.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Okay. Do you wanna come up with you wanna have a take 2 on that one?
I'm gonna need a new saying because dislike, I gotta tell you. Because I don't gotta tell you.
Hear me out. I'm a big fan of Hear Me Out.
I must say, not bad. You know what? Except for every time I go to see it, I say it, I feel like I'm Ed Gremlin, and no one knows who he is, but it's a nice
Listen is also fine, honestly.
Okay, I'm gonna try to throw this out there. I must say.
That's awful. That one tasted bad.
I must say.
That one ain't got the flavor, I gotta be real.
Obviously, check this out. Alrighty then.
Alrighty then's a go-to for me. I'm a big alrighty then.
Listen here. I do. You guys, you know what, squishies? You're the squishiest squishes squishing on all cylinders. These are some sweet ass suggestions.
I do declare.
Okay, let's go.
I do declare it is to Southern what oh god, what was the one you just said? It was, I had it a second ago. It was the one I hated.
I must
say I do declare is Southern to what I must say is to like North Atlantic, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
No, Mama didn't miss Sanji saying he was from the North Blue, just didn't think anything of it, like didn't have a thing to make of that.
Am I supposed to care more about Sanji being from the North Blue?
Well, people see it as a hint that he must be from some sort of royalty because of how hard it is to move from one sea to another. But like,
but I already know what he is. He's an underground prince.
Now we know. Oh, they were talking about how you didn't pick up on it in Jaya, but you did mention it off stream to me. You just didn't like make something of it.
Said that he was from the North Blue, and I told people it's difficult to get from place to place. I think I said it to you actually. No,
you said it to me. I don't think you said it on stream.
No, I must say, sometimes I say things where I said them.
I must say is awful.
All right, I'm gonna try.
Fan's not bad, honestly. I don't dislike it.
Ayo fam.
Ayo fam.
Ayo fam, check this out.
Ayo fam, check this out.
Yeah. Before I forget to mention it, like, you know who had one of the very best outfits when they went on Zou?
Who's that?
Sanji.
Yeah, dude, this is peak drip era. Like, I think Dressrosa's only peak fit for me is Robin, and the rest were okay. However, the second we hit Zou onwards, god damn the drip. Like, everybody looks so good.
Sanji was
mine.
Sanji's beyond, though.
Yep.
His outfit, his leather jacket, his wicked shirt, gold pants, even his hairstyle. Amused people for like a second. I have to put dogs on a balcony. Hey, you're supposed to be amusing the people.
Oh yeah, I guess I should do that while you're gone. Hey everybody, how are we doing? I was thinking about drawing. Rizo Dono is safe. We all love that moment, right? Look, being put on the spot like this, I don't know, it's tough. Let me say, you want to be amused? Come join me on Tuesdays. It's great. We've been drawing monsters. We're doing critter design. Big fan of it. Think I'm having a good time. We're not doing the song yet because we're in the middle of it. Oh, it's an ad break. Hi, subs. Subs, let me tell you, big fan of all of you. You guys are great. You are amazing. Paying the editors to make the videos is something that I can only do because of your contributions. You guys are goddamn incredible, because at this point, I have become busy enough that these videos wouldn't come out if I couldn't pay for editors. Truly, these streams would be just for us, and they would stay that way. That would be it.
Okay.
You hope one day I get to be on Drawfee? It's gonna happen. I'll be on Drawfee. I'll make it happen. Let's say Drawfee ends as a program by the time I'm big enough that it could happen. I will have individually each of them on this stream one at a time so that I can bit by bit jigsaw a creation of me having been on Drawfee. Let's say one of them fucking dies, whatever, I'll get Caldwell and he'll fit in. He'll be the fourth puzzle piece of me building up a Drawfee appearance.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm back. And I gotta tell you, oh, damn it! I must say, as Ayo, bro, as I was walking away, I couldn't help but listen to you having the time that I had when you'd be like, amuse the people, I have to do some push-ups. And I'd be like, oh, okay. I have amusing anecdotes that literally last 15 seconds, no more, no less.
Yeah, no, it's harder than I thought.
Yeah. And now you know that I would be like, hey, everyone, here's me. Okay. When I saw that we were doing the outfits of the century,
of course it's a reference.
Oh, before I forget, hey yo, fam.
Yeah.
I also appreciate the crap out of your patronage. The editors deserve a living wage.
I mean, we're not paying a living wage yet. We'll get there one day. Right now, we're not making enough videos and we're not making enough money to do that. But one day we will be paying full wages for our editors to live off of. That is a goal that I have.
That's why I'm saying it. That's what our goal is.
Yeah, that's where we're going. That's what we're going up to.
Full-time content. All right.
All right. Someone said that no one mentions that the Emerald City from Jaya is a Wizard of Oz reference. We didn't, but I feel like it just feels too obvious to have wanted to mention.
But it's interesting because it's the same way that people get really upset that I don't always talk about how there's the Chinese story of the Monkey King. And I'm like, because I just felt like it's just too common. Like, I'm not bringing it up. It's like talking about how the cat is Garfield. We all agree the cat is Garfield.
We did talk about that though, and the cat is Garfield.
To be fair, in this situation, it's because he's cute. You have to talk about cute things. They demand it.
They do. They do demand. Everyone knows Journey to the West. Let me tell you, I don't. What's that? Who's who? What's a Dragon Ball? Thank you, Novicus, for gifting 2 subs to the community. That's amazing.
All right. Cat Law. Sometimes I just feel like I want to be in charge of Law's powers a little bit.
What did he not do?
I like that's the question that you ask. I think you know what he didn't do.
What did he not do?
Why didn't he give the Viper Garfield back his goddamn paw or the king dog?
Because he can't give him his paw. He could just give him a different paw. But it is wild how often he doesn't help amputee victims.
Give him something!
Like you could do that, right, bud? Like, I guess because they need a donor. Wouldn't that be funny? Like, hey, Momo, yeah, can you ask Zanesha to, like, pick up one of those boats? Yeah, and they just pick it up, and he's like, all right, this guy looks about your size, steals limbs from Kaido's crew.
Okay, see? You've only been here for 2 seconds thinking about this, and you already have an amazing plan.
Yeah, no, it's... Actually, that would work. That is funny.
Now, also, check me on this. Then Garfield has a cat paw and a human hand, yes. But he wears a glove on his human hand.
Like Luke in Star Wars, that they could save money on CGI.
Yeah, but it's not for CGI. It's for coolness.
I guess it wasn't CGI at the time. It was just effects, but also, like, goddamn, those effects would have been fucking difficult.
Can you imagine the work? Come on.
He's the surgeon of death, not the surgeon of life. That is so true.
But he put together a bunch of other people.
He did put together those animal people. That is for sure.
And so if he can put together animal parts on a whole bunch of different things and mismatch people and give Brownbeard a whole crocodile body bottom, why can't he give a cat a hand or a dog a leg?
You're asking what I would call the real questions, but also I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm saying, this is why I'm saying I should be in charge of who he heals.
I mean, you know for a fact that the reason is very simple, and it's literally just that fiction is not a D&D game where people are always seeking for like maximum effect, and they're just making decisions based off of what makes sense narratively in the moment.
Yeah, well, I don't disagree, but I would like to be in charge of all of Law's choices from this moment forth. Law will be like, "What should I do?" And I'll be like, "Don't even worry about it. Here we go. I've got all your list of people you're fixing up."
Glad you have a plan for how to use Law's powers to their most effect.
I think it's more important to use the powers of others. Like I don't want to eat a devil fruit because I'm with Frankie. I like to swim.
Yeah.
But I would like to have I would like to have a retinue of devil fruit users who just do what I say.
Okay. You just want to be in charge of how the devil fruits get used.
They can also use their devil fruits in some ways, but yes. I like that the method of moving around here is big fat crocodiles because they keep getting all the salt water put on them, so it's a nice detail.
Oh, that is cute.
Yeah. Because at first I was like, why are we doing this? And then I was like, yeah, well, if you have salt water spewing out all the time, this is actually the perfect little vessel for us.
Yeah, they can march around, but then they're also functional when it's all snowy time.
I'm starting to like Pom Pom.
Pet the boy and give him a treat? You're liking Pom Pom? What's that?
Yeah, I'm starting to like Pom Pom. I didn't expect it because I wasn't super thrilled with the direction that Pom Pom was going.
Who's Pom Pom? Why don't I remember this?
What do you mean, who's Pom Pom? Pom Pom is Pom Pom.
Guys, who's Pom Pom?
That's the nickname I... Pardon? Yeah.
You have to understand that's not what you said, right?
That's the name I've given him. That's who I am.
Okay. So we're coming around on Pecoms. You know who's not coming around on Pecoms?
Have you and I met? I'm Mama Drock. Luffy and I agree on one thing, and that is that names are temporal and you can change them whenever you feel like it.
Do you know who's not a fan of Pecoms?
Whom?
Capone Gang Beji.
I can't believe he shot him in the back like a cowardice piece of crap. Who does that? Who shoots a person in the back? Okay, but first of all, I love me some Pom Pom. He's adorable and he's growing on me. And Beje, by shooting him in the damn back, was really like, oh, I don't know what to tell you, I'm a mobster. But having said that, watching the dudes, because I didn't get to see the dudes jump out of him last time and then go full size.
Yep.
I only got to watch them jump out of him and be a small army. Watching them jump out as full size, the castle fruit grew for me. You know what? It was a little bit like the Grinch. Yeah, my heart grew 10 sizes towards the castle fruit.
It's a pretty sick fruit, honestly.
He can also like put a piece of himself in himself. Because he sat at the table inside of his own castle.
Yep.
And had a negotiation.
Yep.
An amazing fruit.
It's a very cool devil fruit.
Yeah. It's high up on the list of things. And you're never alone, Drock. Hear me out.
Your buddies are with you all the time.
You're wandering through the wild and you're like, I'm super cold. You get one of your little dudes to take out like a big ass tenty thing and set it up and live the life and keep your big body fine. And then you all hang out and have a big feast inside of you on much less amounts of food because they're mini, but they're big to you.
But I think they would shrink when they go in your body. So I think you actually do need full-size food going in there.
No, your body needs full-size food, but your little...
But it shrinks. Things shrink when they go in, so they would shrink down to little size. So
your little body feels satisfied, so you get to have a nice...
But I don't think little body does, because like a cannon goes in and becomes tiny. So I think if you tried to bring a tiny burger, it would become an even tinier burger. I think you need to bring a full-size burger in there.
You bring in a full-size burger and a full-size turkey. I can't believe that I'm an old-ass woman having this argument right now.
Yeah, you would bring like a full-size turkey in there and it would turn into a tiny turkey, because cannons turn into the tiny cannons.
Yeah, but they turn into proportionally, they turn into tiny sizes in proportion to the other things. So I think it would turn into the right size to eat.
Yeah, it would turn into the right size to eat, but it wouldn't like save money. You'd still need to buy like all of the big food ahead of time.
Wait a minute. First of all, you're on the Bellamy can, and
oh, okay.
so, and it's great. But second of all, someone just said, "Wait a minute, he has tiny people inside of him." How did they not know?
What? This is a realization for them, realizing that he has tiny people inside of? That's his crew. They live in there.
That's amazing to me that they don't know. Welcome to the weirdness.
You gotta forget every time. Fair.
Yeah, and those men just freaking live there inside of him. He just is the ultimate in man's man. He's filled with men. So good. God, I have no words. Don't trust me.
Don't trust him.
He's filled to the brim with men. Here we go. Back to my thing. Don't get in my way. I'm talking about things and stuff.
Don't get... Okay, let's get to it.
I think it's funny how the dragon I love kind of looks like a Momo. Oh, I'm going to say something, but because I'm going to say it, I want to go back into the thing so I can have people yell at me. Okay, squishies, get ready to be unhappy. Momo pisses me off.
Yeah, no, he pisses off everybody at this point.
I don't like Momo right now.
Yeah, nobody likes Momo right now. When we say you're going to like Momo one day, we don't think it's right now.
He sucks.
Yeah, nobody thinks he doesn't suck right now.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. I hate this kid.
Yeah.
And when he first asks Luffy, when they first ask Luffy to help them to get rid of the big old giant person killing himself. What's his name again? Kaido?
Kaido.
I was like, oh, I hate this guy. This guy sucks. And then Luffy was like, no. And I was like, good choice, Luffy. Fuck that kid. That kid sucks. And then I was like, oh, that's not a very nice thing to say. He doesn't mean to suck, and he's only 8 years old, so yeah, I know he's been traumatized, but he sucks. And he thinks everyone should bow down and kiss his little tiny 8-year-old feet. And he does stuff his face into Nami's boobs all the time, and we know he knows. No, not them. That one kid sucks. Yeah.
Damn, coming down hard on Momonosuke. No, but for real, nobody likes him right now. Like, when we say you'll like him one day, we're not expecting, like, during Zou, you're gonna love Momonosuke. That's not the expectation.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, it's one of those things where everybody said it, so I can't ignore that it's a spoil. This has been spoiled. The idea that everyone's on Team Momo eventually, but like, I just want to confirm, we aren't saying it's this early.
Because everyone was like,
okay, Robobot, insane take. That's a fucking wild ass take. Like, someone said they don't like any Kozuki family member, and that's an insane take.
You know what? They said what they said.
That's wild, bro. That's wild. That's a... You can say what you say. You can have your opinions. I will judge them.
Wait a minute. What do you mean by any Kozuki family member? Are we a bunch of Momo's family then?
Kozuki Momonosuke.
Yeah, any Kozuki family member. So we're going to meet more. Excellent. So then we're going to go over to his place. We're going to try to get rid of Kaido. He's big and giant.
Like, Kaido actually has a connection to you that you might not be aware of at this point.
Kaido has a connection to me?
Yeah, which is, you did evil laughs for your Japanese students, and before you started reading One Piece, you told me that one of them said you sounded like Kai something, and I told you, oh, it was a villain really far in One Piece named Kaido.
Oh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Kaido's the character who your Japanese students said your evil laugh sounded like.
That's pretty cool. I love where you shoved Bellamy, by the way. I totally forgot about that. All right. Well, so far, here's how I feel about Kaido.
Yeah, that's your take?
Yeah, that's my take. I want you to know that I put a lot of time, effort, thought into that, and that's what I've come out of it with.
Do you want to know my take on Kaido?
Yeah.
My personal favorite arc villain, and I'm not even joking.
All right. Wow. That's your favorite villain of
And you've
wow.
barely seen him, but yeah.
Wow. Okay. And here's my thought on
I'll explain
Momo.
it when we get there. I'll explain why when we get there.
Here's my thought on Momo. Ready?
Most people like Dofi better. Yeah, you're allowed to feel that way about Momo, for sure.
I don't like him. Holy crap. I'm not allowed to talk about this, so here I go. Mama killed her son.
Yeah, she did. Big Mom did kill her son.
But she had never done that before. So we came to a point where she was so crazy. She killed her son in a hunger thing. Oh my God. She killed her son. And then when she came out of her hunger thing, what's her hunger thing called?
Hunger pangs.
Alrighty then. When she came out, she didn't even be like, oh my God, I killed my son. Which, honestly, I just want you to know, Drock, if I get into some hunger pangs and I'm raging my ass through the world and nothing can stop it but the thing I'm craving, and I steal your soul and throw it to space.
Yeah.
When I then eat the thing and come back, I'm going to look at your body and go, how did that happen? And then I'm going to find out I did it, and then I'm going to be upset.
Okay, that's going to be the order of operations.
Yeah.
Look, I genuinely love Big Mom as an antagonist. I'll get into that more when we have more information about her so that I can actually defend that take, because there are a lot of Big Mom haters in this very often incorrect community. Sorry, everybody, you are wrong. We can't get there yet because technically we're talking about Zou today, so I can't get into it, but I am a big fan of Big Mom as a character.
She killed her son!
That did happen. Yeah, she's terrible.
All right. I'm not happy about this.
Look, let's be honest, she's got spares.
So let's get into some stuff here.
Oh, hey, now that you've read, before we get into it, now that you've read, this part is going to be not the video. Now that you've read some of Whole Cake, I can give you a hint about my third favorite character.
Oh, okay.
Their name is Charlotte.
Oh.
It's so helpful of a hint, isn't it?
Well, it's a direct hint.
Well, no, the joke is that's the family name of Big Mom's children, so all of them are named Charlotte.
That's good. That's what I'm saying. It's a direct hint. It's one of the children. Also, how long is she alive that she's just popping babies out all the time?
I think she's like in her late 60s.
She's not popping any more babies out, right?
She actually is somehow.
Ew. I don't mean ooh that a 60-year-old woman can have babies. I mean ooh that you would have to be 60 with a baby. Yeah. I stand behind that. I'm comfortable with it. Okay, I don't care who you are. Maybe she should have taken Momoso. But she shouldn't have taken
Momo one day, I promise you.
I really hope so. She should not have taken her sons. She should. I promise we'll listen to this Cho song that everyone is obsessed with, but she could take Momo's and not her son. I'm very disturbed by the fact that she was so undisturbed by killing her son. I stand behind that. I love that the dude who made the drawing of the dragon, by the way, based the dragon off of Momo's dragon. I thought that was pretty cute.
It's a cute little detail.
Where does the stupid gas boy go? They didn't steal him, did they, when they stole Sanji?
They did.
Why did I not notice that?
Oh no, wait. Gone.
I lied to you. I did notice because I saw him in the cage with Sanji. We just don't talk about it much within this arc, but we start to talk about it in the next arc, is why. That's why. You don't find out in this arc that he's like stolen along with him. But then you see him in the cage in Sanji's room, and Sanji is mysteriously whatever. Yeah. Okay. Rob, when we find out that dude was still alive, and when we find the red poneglyph, which is so deliciously beautiful, and I'm here for it all the way, and we find out that the 4 poneglyphs lead to Laugh Town.
as you have been calling it.
Well, if it is following the same rules as Logtown, then yes.
I mean, that's just a thing you've decided. There's no official name there.
It says it.
Yeah, but like I told you, that one's been translated multiple ways.
Okay. In that case, when we see it and we see the way that the pattern is made and how we have to find each one of the islands to do a crosshair to find the center island for Laughtown, I couldn't help but notice that Luffy's chest is done because Luffy's chest is done in an X marks the spot. So I think that and it looks similar to the one on Laughtown. Like it has a great big fire there in the center, so it's thicker in the center than it is on the outsides, and it thins towards the outside. So it's almost like Luffy's scar mimics the finding of Laughtown, and so Luffy, I think, is going to be part of the key that unlocks what is necessary in Laughtown, and it's kind of saying that. Yeah.
So Luffy is the key to it.
Yeah, I think that there's going to be something to it that Luffy, because he's special and he has inherited will, is necessary. He is one of the things that will unlock the power. He is the X with his scar, and X marks the spot.
I really do like that. That observation I really like, especially because like whatever is there, we are theorizing in the community, everyone believes is going to be like part of dethroning the world government. Like that's just feels how the story goes. So it's the head of the military marking the threat, marking the pirate treasure that is Luffy with an X, which I think is very cool.
I just love that they are the ones that created the X across him that shows that he is the key. I think it's perfect.
I think it's such a good observation. I really like that idea.
And I looked at Luffy, I was like, look at that. They're very similar in shape, and the thickening in the middle, and it's done through fire. I mean, this couldn't have been better for him. He is the key to the center of this mystery. X marks the spot, and that spot is Luffy Luffington.
Hell yeah.
And then Luffy high-fived me. You guys didn't see that because I'm not on camera. If we had 50,000-ish, if we had 100,000 subscribers, y'all would have seen it.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I would have high-fived Luffy Luffy. That's me and Luffy. Luffy has to leave now, so don't get excited. I like that the grown-ups all go to the edge to keep track as they're coming up, too. Because the feast is taking place, and they're like, us grown-ups need to control things and make sure that the samurai do not get in. And then they're like, us grown-ups need to fall asleep on the cliff and not notice people coming up and screaming, because he did it in screaming, we have arrived! Indeed, we're here at last! And they just sleep through that.
I love that. I love Frankie, Robin, and Brooke being like, we're the responsible ones. We can take care. Fucking passed out immediately.
It's so perfect. It's almost like they're like, we're responsible, but also old, and we need to make a bedtime. I don't know what to tell you. It was so perfect. And it was the very first time that they had ever called themselves the grown-ups.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really neat to think of them as the grown-up trio, because a lot of people don't see, like, because they're all friends and they're all working together, we often forget that there can be a vast array of ages. Like Brooke is a giantly ancient old man, friends with these people. So it was kind of cool to have that little, like, we are the grown-ups who are also untrustworthy because we passed out. Super cute. Go with yourself, you bad grown-ups. And then to have them be like, nope, we love these guys. So now I'm thinking about all the different things. Let's do the smashy, no smash 'em.
What?
Smashy, no smash 'em. With the Momo's voices in his head.
Oh, okay, Jack showing back up and being like, hey, bitch, get down here, bitch.
Is that how you see it?
What's your take on our first billion berry confirmed bounty?
Yeah, first of all, that's a pretty big-ass bounty.
He's one of the commanders for an emperor.
Here's the 6 things that I like about him. There's not 6. Spoiler alert.
Okay.
The number one thing I like about him is I love his fruit.
Yeah, I love pretty cool.
Yeah, I think the fruit is amazing. I think it's also amazing because he's on an elephant, but he's a mammoth. So even though the elephant is 1,000 years old, there's like this claim to age where he's like, you may be old, bitch, but my fruit is older. And then I gotta take a picture of this. How did I not think about it before? That tattoo, what is in the center of that tattoo is a sun. What are you protecting is the 4 directions. And then in the center, there is a bird that holds the sun in it. Are you the bird people? Are you the bird people? God damn. Okay, I got a new thing to look up now.
Okay.
Tattoo. You've just given
Kazuki
me.
crest design is a bird.
Uh-huh.
Hey, thank you, Puff Bunny, for subscribing.
So if the center of his tattoo is a sun, talking about how the center of the sun would be the center of the power or thing that is protected with the bird, is the bird then representing of his kingdom? So are they the bird from the directions? And then it looks like a pirate thing that comes out, but it also looks like the 4 directions that I was talking about inside of a compass.
It's a bird. It's the sun. Who's, you know?
And so if both of those things are within that tattoo, then their country is responsible for helping to hold the secrets of the missing years. And so then, oh shit, I'm on the edge of something. I got to take this apart.
The Kazuki crest is the centerpiece of a lot of theories. I'm interested to see what you can get from it.
Well, yeah, I haven't paid a lot of attention to it because, well, I haven't paid a lot of attention to my life right now because of all the things that are going on. But I'm telling you right now, let me...
Weird how often Oda keeps using sun imagery. I wonder if there's anything to that.
You just stop with that. I feel like I'm being so gaslit. The goddamn...
If you're right, I can't confirm it because literally nothing has been said towards it, so it's insane.
I am right. So anyways, okay, so then the bird...
I wonder if there's anything to that.
And the flying, I kick your butt. 1, 2, 3, 4. What kind of bird are you? You're not a pheasant. You're talking about this and the sun. And are those islands around that centerpiece, which is also the sun? And then a larger one in the center? Sorry, guys. I'll do this on my own time. Quite rude for me to...
the Kazuki crest.
Kind of rude for me to be like, I just think I'll take all my time. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it is a crane. But I'm just wondering if they are...
It's Kranos.
It looks like it's islands that go around it that are also representing the sun. So it's both islands and then a larger island in the middle represented the sun. And it seems like the center circle is going to be like the larger islands that are almost the protectors or the central island to the other ones, but that together they all represent some sort of protection or sacred bond.
When off stream you were talking about how you were wondering if Momo's family was responsible for protecting the lost people, and you were trying to figure out why you were leaning towards that.
Yeah, because I kept saying to you over and over again, I don't have a theory ready for this, but something in the back of my mind is twigging, which usually means that my subconscious level mind has picked on something that my conscious mind isn't paying attention to. And I kept seeing, why do I want to talk about the lost people with Momo? And why do I feel like Momo is some sort of a key between him and people who are being hidden or protected? Okay, I can think of one reason. No, 2. I can think of a couple of reasons that I feel that way. Like, first of all, when they are so willing, all of the minks, to hide somebody who was actually freaking there, that they took that sacred friendship and their bond to such a level that they all were willing to literally die and lose their families.
We are just in ad breaks, just so you know.
Oh, I can't say this, and that's the rudest thing I've ever heard. Oh, let me make theories while you're sitting here. Wah, wah, wah.
All right, guys. 2 truths and a lie. I have a lot of red, black, blue decks. I have a lot of red, blue, green decks, and I have a lot of red, blue, white decks. Which one's a lie, Magic players? Which of those 3 red, blue color combos do I not build obsessively? Someone says red, blue, green. Someone thinks I don't build me some red. Someone else says red, blue, green. Someone says I don't do red, black. Last one, all 3, I play red, blue. Soul tie, rug. All right, guys. It's red, blue, white. Fuck red, blue, white. My only one I have is gnomes, because gnomes are funny. Grixis is evil. It's why I have 9 decks of it.
All right.
Jeskai, not Sultai. I meant Jeskai. I get those wrong a lot. I meant Jeskai, not Sultai.
I had to go get the puppies off of the deck.
Fuck Jeskai. Also fuck Sultai, but you know.
It's in the middle.
No. It's not anti-American. It's just there's not a lot of fun commanders, and I don't love white that much. Like, white in some contexts I really like. I love Selesnya because I'm a token fan, but like, there's also some cool Esper commanders. Like, you can say Gobos over gnomes, but have you seen how Tetsun plays? It's the funniest commander. I don't like Esper control.
I'm moving my computer away from these rotten kids. Just a minute.
Shadow Money, Wizard Gang, Grixis. That's so true.
Well, you guys, you're here on your own.
People are asking, what was your thought about Big Mom killing her child? They missed it. They only heard the tail end.
You're not
a fan.
You're not telling the truth. Nobody asked that.
Someone did ask that.
Are you serious? She's an evil, horrible human. Like, there's nothing in this god green earth that could make me kill my children.
Yeah.
You should be happy to hear that.
That's pretty good. It's better than the alternative for sure.
Killing the children?
Yeah.
It sure is.
I think not killing the children is the better alternative.
I'm gonna call Lily up here. Nah, Lily? Lily? Nah.
Counterpoint, crock on bush. It's so true.
Are you kidding my face right now?
It's a funny thing to say.
I hate this lady so much. I think, like, I am trying to see the appeal of her.
Uh-huh.
But no.
Have you considered she's strong?
About her strength. She used her strength to kill her son. Like, I realize she has a lot. No, get out of here. I realize she has a lot of children, so she might not value them highly. But I think it's rude.
I actually think that even though this is something you haven't, fuck it. No. I'm gonna hold off on that bit of information I was about to give.
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
She also does sing and is pink.
Pardon me?
She sings and is pink. Also, how great is it that when they show up on Whole Cake, she's doing a fucking song about how ready she is for Luffy? Like, who has been more prepared than Big Mom at all? Like, she's doing a fucking number about how she's gonna kill Straw Hat Luffy.
That is true, actually. That is. As she was going through the thing, do you remember, have you ever seen the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
No, I still haven't. I've seen scenes from it, and I know it's supposed to be really good, but it's never thought to seek it out on my own, and it's never, like, been on.
Add it to your world. In Who Framed Roger Rabbit, at one point, they go from the real world into the cartoon world, and when the veil between the two worlds opens up and they go in, all the things are singing, da 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 da, and they're all, like, sunshiny and happy. And this one guy who does investigating in the cartoon world is like, I hate this place. And when I saw all like the sun was singing with the face and everything had a face on it, I was like, oh my God, that feels, all right, Ollie, get out of my room. That feels so Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Get out. Go on. Go play. Go play, babies. Go on.
It's such an interesting mix because it's like German Whole Cake Island. The second you get there is a mix of like German fairy tale, the Nazi Germany in visuals with Germa, Weimar Germany visuals, Disney visuals, Alice in Wonderland visuals. Like the visual mix of it is fucking all over the place. It's so odd and bizarre. I can't wait to read. We get to talk about that next week. I'm very excited. We should go back to Zou though.
Accidentally said that you hadn't seen The Breakfast Club. Get that done. Come on now. Okay, here we go. Just so you know, I've been in the meantime, while there was an ad break, I went into geometric designs and symbols of unity and infinity. Because I was looking at the 8 circle, the big one in the middle. And there's so many things that it means. So, unity and wholeness, infinity and continuity. God, there's a whole bunch of things here. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to play with that. Maybe I'll make your sister do it with me at the hospital. That sounds like fun. But, and only after we find me a new cape.
Okay.
Cape first, because cape. Okay, here we go. All right, back into my world. Don't get in my way.
Okay, I'll try not to.
So, dude comes back to attack our people, and what do I think about Jack? What do I think about him? I think
Jack the Drought is here with the steel chair.
Is he in a steel chair?
No, I was making a wrestling joke because he's got kind of a wrestler vibe.
Oh, you are not wrong, my friend.
He feels very wrestling heel to me.
He also has his particular ship has like the tatteriest tattered ever sails. Everyone else's seem to be fine, but his are just ripped up to shit, showing like bad boat maintenance. And then when we find out that Jack comes back and the Daimyo Kuriwano heir, Kazuki Momonosuke, or as I like to call him, that dumb pouty kid.
For some reason, not a fan of Momonosuke.
I just don't like him at all. When we find out that he has the ability to talk to Zou, then I went back and thought about our girl up on Skypea.
Okay.
And then I went back, and then you were saying, don't forget our original pirate crew member.
Mm-hmm.
So already? Why is someone saying so already?
Yeah, we're in Zou. Oh, they're probably from YouTube and don't realize that the YouTube videos are like 4 videos behind. 5, 6 videos behind.
Okay, so when we found out that Asia and now Momo and who else? Those are the loudest streets in the world, Druck. Who else? It's Asia, Momo, and whom?
Hirohoshi.
No. Who else is the person?
Kobe heard the voices.
Asia and Momo and Kobe are all able to hear voices. Luffy is able to hear but not talk to, which he made very clear. I can hear it, it's not responding to my questions, and he points out to Momo that he'll have to talk. Same with when he could hear the voices of the big giant fish. Did we have confirmation though that does Kobe have the ability to hear things like legendary creatures?
We don't know. We also don't know with Asa. We just know they could both hear the voices of those around them and emotions. The suffering of those around them.
And did we have anyone confirm if they could hear? Because I don't remember anyone who could hear Nora.
I don't remember that, but it could be. Does anyone remember someone hearing Nora?
Because I don't remember hearing anybody who could hear Nora.
No people are saying. No one hears Nola. Okay.
Sorry, Nola.
Nola, Nora, whatever. Same name probably. Oh, happy birthday, Kaito, now that you're here. I hope you had a really good time.
It was actually written in 2 ways in my reading.
Yeah.
So if no one heard her, which is sad, so sorry. Poor little girl. Poor little Nola. If no one could hear Nola, but they should be a legendary creature, but they don't appear to be a legendary creature in the same way. I'm just wondering if there's a difference between people like Asia and Kobe who can hear voices and they sit in their head, and then people like our scared mermaid who can actually talk to legendary creatures. So I think that because and Momo does mention that he has heard voices before, that this isn't totally like the way that he's heard voices before, but that he has heard voices before. But I still have this kind of feeling that there's this weird connection between him and Zou, which makes me wonder whether or not he is a necessary key. It's him plus something else plus this elephant Zou that act as a key together. And then I'm trying to think about all the other people. I don't know. Asia has not been brought back into my story, but it started to make me wonder about if I'm going to see Asia again.
She could come back. Yeah, there's also the voice of all things that is mentioned.
The voice of all things that, yeah, I remember that Rayleigh talked about the voice of all things. Asia, she's the person.
Asa. It's Asa.
Sorry, Asa, the person in Skypiea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm starting to wonder, like, if there's a limitation. If Kobe and Asa are different and they can just hear voices, and then people like our wimpy mermaid and Momo are able to hear the voices of legends and control them, because it appears as if they not only talk, they have some method of control as well. Yeah. No, I'm going to stand behind that. I think he's a weapon.
Okay, Momo's an ancient weapon. So that would mean the third piece you think is Luffy's Uranus in your mind would be the Pluton, the battleship.
Yeah.
How does a battleship connect to an elephant? Who the fuck knows?
I think it's obvious.
Yeah?
The elephant sticks it on its trunk and then it shoots it out. Battleship launch. No.
Okay, wait a minute though. The elephant being needed to like generate hydropower for the weapon to work actually makes some sense, doesn't it?
Well, we do have the hydropower thing going on, but I don't know. It just feels like they're connected. It really does feel like they're connected. And if the elephant has been carrying around a city on top of itself for all this time, I'm starting to wonder, like, does it carry around the battleship? Does it carry the battleship into things so that it's protected from elements and stealing and such? I don't know. It just feels like there's more there still. You know what I mean?
I gotcha.
It's so half-baked right now. It's like, if you ate this cake, you'd die. You would definitely get salmonella poisoning. You would be like, this cake tastes like death. I hope I get to the hospital in time. But like, I've beat it up and I've stuck it in the oven. I'm still trying to bake in it. But it feels very much like he has to be part of the key. It really does. So it feels like we know that it has to be Wimpy and Momo and Luffy for sure. In my opinion.
What do these characters all have in common?
Wimpy Luffy, and Momo?
Yeah.
What do these characters have in common?
Wimpy ass shitty crybaby children that need to be inspired by someone to grow up because they're overwhelmed with fear and empathy.
That's not a lie. Like, there's so many other things they have in common too. None of them get to have moms. They'll die.
No moms for you three. Goodbye.
The assholes get no mums. Oh, Narwhal, I told you not to eat that damn cake. That cake's not cooked.
They're all crybabies, but I think they're all crybabies because of their empathy.
Yeah, they're very empathetic, loving, wonderful people. So I think that that's really important, even though you asked it tongue in cheek and even though you were being funny.
No,
I think
that was genuine.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't sarcastic at all.
I think it is really important on such a deep level because you don't want your freaking weapons to end up being these like terrible freaking despots, right? So one of the ways that you have weapons that don't want to, what is the best weapon so that it's used as a weapon, but it is also used with caution and restraint? You give it to people who admire and love living and admire and love people.
I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
So I wasn't at all joking. I think it genuinely is meaningful that all of the people who seem to have this ability are connected by being really emotional, empathetic individuals who care about the feelings of those around them.
No, I agree. What key? What Luffy is a key. Momo is a key. They are the key. There is no key.
Think Ace may have also been.
Yeah, I know that Momo is the Peach from the story.
He's a little peach boy. Peach
we already
boy.
talked about off stream. Off stream, we talked about how he's met the dog that could be all the minks. He's met the monkey that's Luffy and the Straw Hats, and that we didn't know where the pheasant was going to be, or who or what the pheasant is yet. Mm-hmm. Where is my pheasant? I don't think they would make the pheasant a crane.
Well, because that's Momo's clan, so it would be Momo himself, and that's weird.
Because I think Momo's clan is connected to the minks, so I would just call them dog.
Yeah, in theory, the 3 original admirals were also named after the 3 admirals from Momotaro, but like, let's be honest, he's not going to go recruit Kizaru, Akainu, and Aokiji for so many reasons. So we're probably looking for other monkeys, pheasants, and dog.
Yeah, I agree. Wouldn't it be amazing, though? Wouldn't it be amazing?
Bell is the pheasant. Marco as a pheasant makes some sense, I do think.
Yeah, I could take a phoenix as a pheasant. Okay, that's right. Okay, so this is so much revealing. Oops, picture. I'm going to read this out loud.
Okay.
What do you mean you don't mind trying to act all bossy again? It cannot be helped being bossy, you crude lout. I am important. See, it's easy to hate Momo. It's not like I am making this shit up. For generations, the Kazuki clan of Wano has been Wano is going to be wild, by the way.
Yeah, you think so?
Wano? I wonder if Wano is going to end up being one of those ones that I'm going to have to tell everyone in my family, you got to leave me the hell alone for a minute and just let me sink in.
Dude, Wano is 140-ish chapters, I'm pretty sure.
Oh!
Wano's 4 videos minimum.
That's a lot. Damn.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see then.
149? Yeah. 4 videos minimum, probably 5.
Wowzers. So what year did he start Wano and what year did he end Wano?
Wano split into acts, and all of Chainsaw Man Part 1, a full complete story of manga, came out during Wano Act 3.
Jesus criminy.
That's how long Wano be. I actually want to put this in perspective. This is what I love. The era we're entering is an epic fantasy series. We are entering what feels like its own epic fantasy series, and I'm so fucking excited. I love this stretch of story. It's so brilliant and huge and big. It's amazing.
For generations, the Kazuki clan of Wano has been a line of stonemasons cutting and carving stone. Even now, their skill with rock is unparalleled. Stonemasons? Oh, come on. dude is making like it's so bizarre because I feel like he's wrapping stonemasons up with Freemasons that they are the keeper of secrets.
Oh, that's kind of fun. If that's why they're linked to the poneglyphs, is because the
Yeah,
stonemace. Oh, that's kind of interesting.
like 100% he's calling them like the power behind the power that knows the secrets.
That's kind of funny. I never thought about that.
Oh, yeah, baby. We got some
Someone
secrets with the Wano people.
someone
So
keeps
then
mentioning oh my god, actually I was going to write this off, but someone keeps mentioning the thing that you told me about of Momotaro being used to be propaganda to inspire people to fight the Americans, and I was like, yeah, whatever. We noticed that, but you and I talked about how we think we're not mentioning this in detail until we reach the point of being caught up and we do our One Piece's political video. But you and I both kind of felt like the Navy in One Piece, not the world government, but the Navy, kind of represents the United States. So there might be something to that.
100% there might be something to it. I was thinking about that too because after you and I were talking about it, and we said, "Oh, that's kind of like the Navy is the Americans, and then who would be the representation of the government till we've decided?" And then I was like, "That's a question that you and I didn't do enough looking into."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoa! I just got attacked
Yeah, by a savage beastie.
by a rumor.
Ugh.
Okay, rumor. Okay, baby. You gotta let Mims do this. She's trying
Guys,
to.
this entire video has been a corkboard corner, right? Like y'all gotta realize this is pure corkboard. This video is one corkboard. What did rumor do?
Tried to close the computer. She didn't want me talking anything anymore.
It's like, hey, stop. I need attention and I'm important.
I just want to
You
put
can
out
say
there,
the world government would be Europe. Our leaning at the moment is that the world government, more than Europe, represents the global wealthy.
oh, let's take a 2-second muting break so I can see what it is that your father is calling me for.
All right, I'll see you back in 2 minutes. Hey, everybody. Hey, oh, no, because you were joking? Yeah. Oh, you're joking about that? Yeah. Yeah, I get you. Global wealth is kind of what we were imagining for the world government. We need to do some more research and figure things out, but we feel like there's a lot of little bits of evidence you can use for the US being represented by the Navy, especially in the fact that, like, they are in a lot of ways a force for peace, but they are a force for peace in this very hegemonic and controlling way. It's curious, especially I feel like a lot of eras of recent US you could look at through Sengoku, who is a man literally named Enlightened Civil War. That's crazy. His name is Civil War the Enlightened. That's his that's fucking wild. He's a soldier for peace named Civil War. It feels very American. The added straw hat is, I'm not going to give it away right now in case people want to find it, but it's not the thing in the wreckage. Mm-hmm. We'll do some more detailed talk when we talk about when we go into the One Piece's political video, because this is something we want to do more research about. But we also did observe that in the Punk Hazard stream, for anybody who was there, we talked about how the two forces who were fighting for control over the Marines are a lazy, somewhat faith in the system kind of do nothing guy represented by Blue, powerful but laid back and not active, and an over the top aggressive reactionary force represented in Red. And I actually think there's something to that.
Hey, Drock.
Yes.
I was being interrupted to be told that Brady just won the Zion 100-kilometer ultra marathon.
That's fucking insane. Guys, my brother-in-law just won a 100-kilometer race in the desert.
He beat the next closest person who had done multiple runs by over 20 minutes.
That's madness. Holy fuck. That's insane. Can you snap him that our entire chat is cheering for him? This man's insane. He's finally got a trainer and he's gone from an unbelievable runner to like truly a world-class athlete. It's It's insane.
Yeah.
20 minutes over the guy who's won multiple of these. That's fucked. That's so beyond normal.
Killed it. Apparently the news came out and interviewed him, and it was like a huge big thing.
Incroyable, honestly.
That's amazing. Thank you for being so supportive, Squishies. It's a weird time up in the old Rock households right now.
There's a thing that happens where every once in a while my friends who are not into athletics will like hear me talk about something I've done for athletics and be like, "Oh, that's so impressive." And I'm like, "I'm literally incapable of feeling impressed by things I do athletically." And they're like, "But you can't compare yourself to others." And they're like, "No, it's not even actively. He just knowing he exists raises the bar so high that without actively comparing myself to him, there's no room for being self-impressed."
He just decided to take up racing, and then within 2 years won the Zion Ultra Marathon.
It is the hole in the clouds in the halo. You guys did spot the straw hat.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
incredible. It's so fucking cool. He's amazing. I am shocked. That's to just pick up racing and within 2 years be beating like multiple time champions in a 100K race by 20 minutes is insane. That's wild.
Anyways, things are crazy because he's the person who is my daughter's partner, and he's been training for this, so he's gone, which is why I'm at their house, which is why you're hearing chaos and me running around a home trying to control
Don't hear much.
Has it been okay from your end? Because from my end, it's been chaos.
I haven't had. I mean, Discord's pretty good at ruling out dog noises, I think is why.
Well, it's not just dogs. They're running everywhere. They're jumping on me. One tried to sit and close the computer. They're fighting each other. I got a tail in the eye. It's been hilarious. But it's worth it.
Guys, I don't actually think it is a spoiler to say the kanji for Kozuki, provided it's already been spelled out. If Kozuki's been spelled out in Japanese, we are agreeing that we're giving Mama Drock information that a Japanese reader would have.
Hell yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, if someone, if a Japanese reader would have access to it, it is okay to give Mama the information. IMO.
You still impress me, Con. I've done 0 sky jumping.
Bellamy, come here, buddy. You get pets.
Okay, so tell me about Kozuki spelled out, because I haven't heard anything.
They are. Oh, it hasn't been spelled in kanji. Then we can. Okay, no, light and moon. I think that's not a big spoiler. I think that's fine.
Are you shitting my face? Light and moon?
Yeah, light and moon.
Are you? So sun and moon.
It's a little guy. Can anyone see this little guy? He's so cute.
Yeah, I see what you're doing right now. So that's going in my list of things to do after I get a cape today.
You have a lot to look into, huh?
But cape first. I have my priorities.
I mean, they're already, I think their crest to me, the second I saw it, did look a bit like a sun and a moon and a bird, because it has the dots around it, kind of like how sun rays have been depicted by some cultures. And then it also has the wings of the bird in the shape of a crescent moon.
I have so many things to think about, for instance.
Japan is the land of the rising sun. That's a true thing about Japan. What's crazy about that is the sun doesn't exist anywhere but Japan, which is why they're called that. Pretty cool, huh?
Okay, your fact, not good. Their national color. What is Japan's national color?
I think the national color of Japan is cyan.
No, but I could see why would you think that. That would make sense. It would make sense to me too, but it turns out it's blue.
Oh, that's weird. I would assume red, but okay.
Yeah, well, they make indigo, and they have a very special process for it, and it is a very important thing, and it's actually fire resistant. Indigo doesn't burn very well. And so when they color things in the blue, with indigo, it actually makes it semi fire retardant.
That's kind of fun. Good job, Japan.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Did you know in Japan, blue is more associated with evil than red?
Also, blue represents in Japan newness, freshness, youth, and spring, not green.
We're in an ad break. I think this is a good convo for an ad break.
Yeah. So things, if you say something is very blue in Japan, you're usually saying it's young or youthful. It's a weird way for us to look at it because we're so used to looking at things as green being the fresh.
Hey, you're actually lying, Narwhal, about how often the sun doesn't set in the summer. Just because you're asleep by the time it sets doesn't mean it didn't set. There's only a couple weeks where it doesn't set at all. Don't exaggerate. You're just asleep for the only portion of night. It doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Can I have a counterpoint?
Yeah.
Remember when we lived in the far north?
Yeah, no, I do remember. And even in the middle of summer there, because we weren't that far.
We didn't live far enough in the north.
I know.
If we went further, it got to the point where the sun just circles.
I'm aware of that, but I'm saying it's not 6 months without the sun setting. It's 6 months where you're asleep every time the sun sets.
But even when it quote unquote set, it didn't set. Don't you remember? It would go purple.
Yeah.
Never dark.
Yeah.
Never.
But it did set. No, never dark. It would go like a dim purple for like 10 minutes in the middle of summer.
And then all of a sudden you'd be like, God dang it, is the sun coming up again?
Yep. Be back.
I missed that.
Places with 6 months, days and nights. There aren't actually places with 6 months of days and night because that's the entire year. So it's not like you're on the North Pole and you hit the end of the first 6 months and the Earth spins back really fast so that the sun never sets. There is nowhere on Earth with 6 month day and nights. There are places on Earth with like 3 month days and nights. But 6 would require the Earth to just immediately like flip over to the other side.
I want a more important fact. Do you ready?
No, Narwhals, I actually am. I'm fully aware of that. I was just being pedantic, but I'm fully aware that yes, you are fully asleep the only time the sun is down, and even then it doesn't get that dark. It's fucked up.
We know, Narwhal. We lived in the far north of Canada, so we know what it feels like. There's a place in Whitehorse. There's a place in Whitehorse where they have 24-hour almost golf, and people just go out whenever they feel like it in the summer and golf.
Yep.
Okay, do you want to hear? I feel very strongly about people's hatred of a few things. Here's the first thing I feel very strongly about. If we're just out of the ad break, I feel very strongly about.
We're out of the ad break. We're back.
No one gets to know. Then moving on.
Okay. What?
Well, we have a thing here we're doing. It's a One Piece show. I can't talk.
Well, you know what? I'll remind you about things you hate next ad break. I'll be like, hey, what are those things you hate? And you can be like, thanks for reminding me.
I might. You might be gone forever.
Yeah. Can we actually, Reputator? We should talk about how Jack thought he could leave Zou and go attack Sengoku, Fujitora, Tsuru, and 2 vice admirals on the water without backup.
It's wild that the bastard really thought that was a thing that was going to occur.
He was like, "Yeah, I got this." You're saying the former fleet admiral, an admiral, 3 vice admirals, one of which is a legend. Oh, sorry, no, she's like a staff trainer, a legendary marine, and 2 vice admirals. I got this. That's for me. That's Jack's job.
If Momo's dad was part of the pirate crew, then of Goldie Roger, then in my opinion, Momo has to be at least a supporter of Luffy.
Okay.
Luffy is going to be king of the pirates. I don't know if you've heard that. Was I the only one was there for that?
People said that? And people said that he's going to be king of the pirates? Who's saying this?
No, it's a rumor. Okay.
Saying?
Do you remember when I was talking about how Luffy doesn't encourage but insists that people be a part of an agency and their own saving?
That is a thing you said, yes.
Never, ever in the story yet has it been more proven than the samurais and the minks. That's a lot of power to have at our side. No. Don't turn them down. What's wrong with you? Are you insane? Hang on. Don't count the answer. I'll get him talking sense. Actually, Luffy has a point. What? We need to negotiate this. Now, honestly, that was very, very her, which almost made me wonder if she was a pheasant because it said that Momo had to pay grain to the pheasant in order for the pheasant to help him out. But then Luffy says, "What are you, Momo? Just a figurehead? Speak up for yourself. Aren't you the guy in charge? Aren't you the commander of all those almighty men? Are you just going to stand there and cry? Knock it off, Luffy. Stop getting mad at an 8-year-old child. No, don't, Luffy. In fact, maybe you should get madder.
Luffy, get mad at this 8-year-old child. Do it. Scream at him.
Being an heir means that he doesn't need to be in charge until he has come of age. Let the adults around him offer guidance. That's right. Come here, Momo. I'm sorry, but I must quibble with your methods here. And then he says, gaze out upon it. That is the world, Momosuke. We are surrounded. Light the fires. And then he realizes, and he does the exact Robin thing. I want to live. Oh, I'm sorry. I want to defeat Kaido. So it's amazing that this moment happened. I love the way it happened. I love that Luffy made him hold himself accountable and be part of it. But it really felt like I was like, never in the history of ever has my point been proven more. And so from now until the end of time, it's important to remember that even though Luffy seems like he's this rambunctious, chaotic figure all the time, he does have a very staunch moral compass and code. He has a line. He has boundaries. He's thoughtful. More and more every day, I think he's much, much smarter than I give him credit for. He's more like a shamil. So there's a Yiddish term, shamil.
Okay.
Kind of like a person who's going to knock things over and
I just never know where you're going to go sometimes when you start a sentence. Let's keep it up. Let's roll.
Just like a person who's going to knock things over and spill soup. And then there's a shamazel. There's an old joke. A shamil is a person who spills soup, and a shamazel is the person the soup will always be spilt on. And so when you're looking at Luffy, even though he's a shamil and he does schmucky things, on the other hand, he also is an intelligent person. But I think that he kind of represents almost like that ADD intelligence, that you don't see the slow thinking and the processing and the doing and the pondering. And he wouldn't sit there and look at the bird thing on the back and be like, oh, let me break this down. He would just be like, move instinctively through this moment. But when you stop and you see him say things all the time to people like, are you going to be a part of this? Are you going to fight? Are you going to ask me questions? Are you going to make decisions? Are you going to step into this role? Or am I going to help you clear space and then you're going to put your fat ass in the seat without ever having earned it? And for Luffy, that isn't a possibility. So more and more every day, I see Luffy as more and more intelligent. It's just that he works with a kind of intelligence that we don't always see. He's bodily kinesthetic. He's definitely in the world kind of like an ADD kid. But he gains information or he gains intelligence and ideas through movement and action. So it's like he's thinking while moving.
So two things. First, Narwhal has asked me how to draw water and waves like this, and I truly have no idea. Water is a guess for me, and it just kind of, I do my best and improvise and hope it turns out good. That's all that happens ever. Then the other thing, I think like, I've seen a lot of people say Luffy can't be, One Piece isn't political because Luffy doesn't have political values. He so clearly does. He believes that he can't make a deal with another leader if they aren't actually a leader because he doesn't respect it. He needs someone to lead. He needs someone to actually be in charge, to respect them as a leader. Like, it's so cool that Luffy carries his values forth even when, like, it doesn't matter really. Like, he should just take the alliance. They're right. It's the right thing to do. But he's like, no, I don't respect a bunch of people telling me they're doing this under the guidance of or for a leader who isn't actually leading, who isn't part of this decision, who is having everything done for him. If I am going to make this deal, I want the person who's ostensibly in charge of the other faction to be the one making the deal with me.
Agreed. And so that's what I was trying to say. Like, early on, somebody said, like way back in the middle of the beginning where I didn't know that I shouldn't read any of the comments. It was like in video 2 or 3 or something. And then I was like, run away, run away. The dude said that he was mad at me for saying that Luffy was dumb. Mm-hmm. Now, Luffy was dumb at the time. He was like 8 years old and he stabbed himself in the face with it was early times. Stabbed himself in the face with a knife. I'm still going to tell you, dumb. But I think that we're watching a maturing Luffy. He's always had values and he's always had political ideals. But I think that as he's moving through the world, those are building and we're watching a richness come into his thinking. and we're watching his ideals get shown in everything he does. So Luffy is a dumbass, but I think he's
totally.
quite smart. I think he's a smart dumbass.
He absolutely is a smart dumbass. He's yeah. I also someone said briefly that like One Piece is political, but it's not written politically in the way of other things these days. And I saw someone have a very smart reply, which is it is written these days, but I think it's also just it's genuinely hard to write at this level. Like everything One Piece writes, whether it's politics, character arcs, themes, allusions to other works of fiction, allusions to religion, it's so hard to write at this caliber. Like it is in a league of its own in most ways that it's written. There's so few ways of writing that I think One Piece isn't well above par. Yeah. It's doing them all at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
it's a brilliant,
remarkable. Most series are lucky to write this well at one of these things.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, God, he's so good at this story. He's so good at writing.
Fucking well done.
Like, the only other thing that I was thinking I might wanted you to do actually is this one. I would have wanted the perspective a little bit different, and I think it was a miss because I want to see the whole thing. It's an alliance. I'll take down Kaido. Luffy keeps saying shit like that. Like he keeps saying big ass shit that you're like, oh, that's not gonna go well. Am I gonna have to watch Luffy die again? I don't know if I can watch.
You haven't seen Luffy die yet.
Okay. Do you think that he looked to be alive after the crocodile?
Yeah, he didn't die.
Yeah, but I'm talking about that kind of a death. That kind of a almost death.
I mean, but that is what it feels like, right? Because Oda's so good at hype, and when we were going up against a warlord for the first time, it felt larger than life. He's hyped it up so much. Emperors feel bigger than that now, don't they? Like this feels bigger than Crocodile did then.
Yeah, and Magellan, and with him in the room, like we see Luffy almost dead,
and got so close with Magellan.
It takes a lot out of my spirit to watch Luffy be on the edge of death. So, or Luffy at what's it effing called? Marineford.
Yep.
Yes.
Isn't it crazy how threatening and big he manages to make the emperors feel, though?
Yeah, you keep saying that, and I don't think you know what that means. Whenever you keep saying that, I'm like, the emperors are going to be so much bigger even. It is true. Look, the hype is real. He keeps building the emperors over and over again.
I swear, I'm just talking about where we're at right now. Like, when I was reading this week to week, like, because I was reading this week to week, I have such strong memories of being like, holy fuck, we're actually taking on emperors. They feel impossibly big. They feel big beyond life.
I think then Luffy, the first time he's going to call on his armada, and at me if you want, but I'm calling it an armada, will be in when he goes to take on Kaido.
Okay. I want to say in the note of Vanna predictions, you get a shroom star today.
Oh, what is it?
Hear me out, chat. I think a shroom star is fair for this one. Mama a long time ago said that she thought the secrets in the Void Century would be the One Piece. However, in this arc, we are told that Raftel will have the secret to the Void Century and that that's not the One Piece.
Okay, say that again.
In this section, we're basically told, like, the Minks just outright say, like, they're like, yeah, the poneglyphs with the secrets of the world, the secrets of history, are on Raftel. Just they happen to be there, and that's not what the big treasure is. Like, that's pretty well said here.
Oh, yeah. I would agree, a shroom star. I would also say
you owe me there.
Don't forget, I want them right here. If they haven't happened yet. I want my stars that I didn't get.
You want your what? Oh yeah, your stars. What were those for? You got to say it, otherwise we're not going to do it.
I'm gonna poke you in the nose.
I don't remember what your missing stars are for.
Oh my god. Okay.
Narwhals gave us a segue into my observation. Should we get into that?
Consider friends with the treasure is the friend you made along the way. Also, can I just say before, thank you, Narwhal. Can I just say that I'm really glad they're not together, because it allows us to find out the secrets and play in a world where secrets can be revealed and used, and information is everything. Information is the greatest weapon you can have. And how do you use that information for your own power and for your own win? And so I love that we're getting to find out the secrets of the Void Century first, because that's going to change everything about the way it goes. And then, okay, if information is power, it also means who is going to find out about the secrets of the Void Century, and how are they going to manipulate people and use that? Because it'll definitely be some wild ass prediction or wild ass manipulation.
So this is the observation I had is very quick, which is just the other day I called Mama Drock out of nowhere to be like, yeah, I need to tell you this. I had a realization when I was doing timestamps for the Blackbeard video. Oda said he hated stories where the treasure was the friends you made along the way. And I was listening to the Blackbeard audio and how we observed that we felt like Luffy treated his crew like treasure and Blackbeard treats them just as a resource. They are a resource to Luffy, but that's not what they mean to him. That's just a truth about them. So my observation is Oda has written a story that still has the heart of a story that says the treasure is the friends you made along the way, because this is going to be a story where to get the treasure, you need to be the kind of person where the friends you made along the way matter more than the treasure. And we have proof that is the case with Luffy, because he gives up on his dream when he thinks he loses his crew. He breaks
100%.
apart. That's what mattered more.
100%. But also, that's the same thing with the weaponry then. The people and the thing being weapons, that you wouldn't give all of that power of these ancient weapons to people who wouldn't see the friends you made along the way as being more important than the end treasure.
Yeah, you have to see these things as more important than power, which is Blackbeard's failing, that he wants power for power's sake, whereas Luffy always wants power to do good for his crew. He wants power. He constantly talks about wanting strength and power, but it's always to protect people.
He did cheat though, then. Oda cheated, because he said, it's not the friends you make along the way. And then he was like, but you know what? It's really the friends you make along the way.
Well, no. I think he's done something smarter than cheating, which is the treasure's not the friends you made along the way, but you don't get the treasure unless you make the friends along the way.
Well, Luffy couldn't actually get the treasure. He couldn't have even gotten as far as he did without the friends he made along the way.
Exactly. The treasure's because of the friends he made along the way, not the friends themselves. So it teaches the same lesson without being as shitty and underwhelming.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's brilliant. I think it's great.
Now I feel bad. I turned my chapter and I see this Momo duck. I am unworthy of such help. I am unworthy. God damn it. Don't try to win me over yet, Momo. You need to do more than that.
He's trying. He's going to try. He's not there yet. He's trying. In order to get the treasure, you must first have the treasure. Yeah, it's like a first job.
Oh, when Jack, this Jack here, I'm not a big fan of this Jack. But I do think that he's a good bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
When Momo finally realizes that he can talk to the goddamn elephant, which PS takes a long time.
It takes a bit.
Like, so many panels. How do you not just know? Luffy immediately tries. Luffy is like, let me try. What are you? Who are you? And nothing. And then instead, Momo's just like, the voices. Oh, Jesus God. You know Luffy can hear it too, so you're not alone. Shut up. God. Kid. I say. Then in real life, I start hearing voices in my head, and I'm like, sweet God! And then
comparing someone to Luffy for their ability to handle a crisis isn't exactly fair.
Luffy has seen some shit.
Luffy's got a high bar on ability to handle shit being bad.
But I love that when we hear the voices and he finally does the thing and we realize Zou, Zumi the elephant. Zumi the elephant!
Zumi the elephant!
That's his new name. When Zumi is like, dude has been stopped from doing something in the past because he's done something bad. We don't know what this thing is. and they're like, what did they say about him? It's Jack. Jack is the attack. We realized the Momo can also see through the eyes of the elephant.
Which is cool as fuck.
That's, yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
If that is just a form of observation hockey, it's a form we've never seen before.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen it as observation hockey, but we have seen it as a devil fruit.
True.
So I kind of love that he stole a little bit of that devil fruit powers and wrapped it into hockey. And it also makes you be like, what else can hockey do? The answer is any goddamn thing that Oda wants. P.S. In case you're curious.
You can just decide.
You could just be like, nope, this is what we're doing now. And so when he realizes he can talk to Zou, and we find this out a long time ago, the elephant committed a crime. And ever since, it's only been allowed to walk. It must continue following its orders. And therefore, I just need permission just this once. Give me the order to fight. Now, here's the thing I didn't ask the first time I read it. Didn't ask whose side did the elephant commit the atrocity for?
That is such a question. And holy fuck, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Such a question.
Just a minute. I'm going over to here. Okay, Drock, look me in the eyes.
Literally can't.
Yeah, look me right here at this camera.
Okay.
Okay, where's your face? If you knew the timing of that on my end, you would have peed yourself laughing. So, who did Zou the atrocity to?
That's a great question. My theory is definitely Zou either atrocitied for Joy Boy's sake and went farther than Joy Boy wanted, and Joy Boy was like, hey, fuck off. I've always associated Joy Boy and the Ancient Kingdom. I treat them as one and the same. That's why I'm saying Joy Boy, but
I'll allow that.
Yeah, Ancient Kingdom, Joy Boy, same diff. That was my assumption, right? Was like, did something for Joy Boy or the Ancient Kingdom that they didn't like, went too far, and they were like, hey, that's not cool. Or my assumption number B is committed an atrocity against the world government founders. They won, they managed to sentence him, and they gave him this instruction because, like you said, they didn't want to kill him because he was needed for something.
Okay.
Those are my two thoughts. Oh, yeah. Who's bigger between Laboon and Zanesha? Zanesha, and it's by more than a mile. Like, bigger by a mile wouldn't be like an overstatement here. It would be inaccurate. It would be, sorry, I should have said bigger by like 3 miles. Someone asked, so yeah, that's the answer.
Okay.
Okay.
It just kind of is drawing me some interesting things.
No, I get you. There's a lot to think about in that idea. What do you think of my assumptions that I had? Because I feel like both of those make some sense to me, but I'm not sold, you know?
Well, I'm trying to square it right now and think to myself, like, okay, if this happened this amount of time ago and he was being punished, would Joy Boy have locked him into this punishment for all these years after? Would he still be roaming the earth, and yet none of the dragons or anyone else would have tried to take him?
Maybe the punishment was to keep him safe so that they couldn't find him, as much as it was also like he's hard to find, and to keep him alive so he is around for the next person as well. Who knows?
Was my next wondering, is he tied into a thing that, but on the other hand, look how easy it was for Jack to find him.
Yeah. This is tough.
That's a tough one. But yeah, I like your theory. I like it a lot. You want to no, I like this theory a lot. Whoa, you turned my puppy almost into a human. He looks kind of like a sad devil man now.
He's a little guy.
I don't know about that. Sad devil boy. We're 47 members away from 2,000 members.
Oh my god, that's very close. Also, that's so many people. Holy fuck.
I like having 2,000 members. It feels like a little family, like 2,000 members strong. Okay, let's all take a second to enjoy the Zou deciding to kick some ass. All right, once upon a time, there was an elephant. Ladies and gentlemen, it was large enough to have a city on its back. And finally, Momo said, hey, go ahead, even though I'm stupid and I finally figured it out. Don't give up, Zou! Don't collapse, drive Jack away. Understood, said him. And then he stood many a kilometer or two above the boats and took his giant ass trunk and the boom. But we got to see the eye of Jack in two different poses first, realizing that the trunk had lifted and he was about to be demolished. And was it joyful? You betcha. And when they went under and sunk to the bottom of the sea, he just continued to walk. Although I'm not going to lie, the owie on his leg looked pretty bad. And then he sunk to the bottom of the ocean. Hey, Jack. Enjoy ocean. And that's the end of that scene. I reenacted it for you. You're all welcome.
Yeah, this is gotta be the quickest an arc villain is defeated, huh?
That was like that's exactly what I was thinking. He was like, we're fighting you. We're hurting your leg. Thank you for the clap. I actually super appreciate that. I loved it. It was great. I just was like, oh my god, huge boosh. I'm like, we're about to have a big battle. Uh-oh, he's gonna hurt you. I don't think I understood how big you were until just this moment. And then up comes his trunk. The ocean changes to tsunami. The damage is radical. And we sinks to the ocean floor. Boom. It was amazing. It was amazingly quick. There's like no debris, no evidence. Everyone's down. I loved it. Because you know why it was so big? Like, I think it's really important to mention that what Oda is doing here is he's setting up a monstrous power inside of Zou. The same way that we said that over the time he's building up a monstrous power inside of the Emperors because we're trying to understand just how freaking powerful the Emperor's in. Okay, billion berry boy, enjoy ocean floor. How long does it take? Let me think. A second.
Like, there is no amount of hype you can have for Kaido and Big Mom at this point where you don't just think that if that like Zou could probably kill him.
He could just like literally Big Mom would be like, you are all in trouble. And then Zou would be like, just a minute. I've decided to walk in this direction because I've been unleashed from my curse. And now all your asses are grasses.
I love to imagine that like, how are we gonna kill Kaido? Momo's like, I have a great idea. Zou, we're going for a walk. And Kaido's just on Wano, like, I'm not coming out. Zou's just waiting outside to get Wano swinging its trunk. And they're like, no, come out and fight us. And Kaido's just like, I'm gonna stay in here.
You went invisible.
Oh, I'm gone?
Oh, there you are. Yeah, exactly. And also, like, if you're allowed to untether Zou from whatever it is he's tethered to, and he can just go places now, that is an ancient weapon.
Yeah, like, Momo just like, hey, Zou, hear me out. There's a guy I don't like.
Also, why don't you just blow his eardrums apart? Put the end of Zou's trunk right up to the building. Done. I turn him into
the megaphone is great.
Alone. Like, there's so many things you could do. If he was my weapon, let me just tell you right now, tremble, oh world, tremble. The things that I could think up. I would be the worst bad guy. Thank God I am a decent and loving human being, because as a bad...
I'm going to be honest, you also don't have enough power for that to be testable.
You don't know. I think I'm a creative bad guy, and I think that's what makes me dangerous.
I've always thought about how, like, okay. Oh, this is a great time. There's an ad break. I've always thought about how, if I were a serial killer, I could get away with it because, like, instead of, like, leave esoteric hints that lead to me, I would, like, write the name of like, just write a first name where there is no one with that first name in my life, just as a red herring to lure them out and shit. And then I got thinking about the fact that investigators and serial killers will write, hey, did you know that serial killers secretly want to get caught? And I just find myself thinking when I hear that, that is the dumbest statistic ever. Like, if you're going to talk about a fucking bias of information, yeah, of course serial killers that you've caught have a higher than normal chance of wanting to get caught, you dumb bitches. Why do you think that's a trait of serial killers and not the ones you've caught?
Exactly. Whenever they say that, I'm like, so you mean the serial killers that you've caught want to get caught?
That's fucking wild. That's
Wild.
insane that you... What a crazy thing. Hey guys, there's lots of serial killers we don't know about. Tons of them.
The ancient weapons would be instruments. I said something about it. Does an elephant count as an instrument? God dang right.
Okay. Hey, Kaito's giving us a countdown, so I'm also gonna give a quick statistic, real fast, while Kaito's doing the amazing countdown. On the note of serial killers you don't know that exist, something I want to tell everybody. Did you know that the signs that point to someone becoming a serial killer later in life as young people are just as common in men and women? And did you also know that the whole trait of like wanting to get caught and really caring about credit for what you do is far, far, far more common in men than in women, and that in adults, as far as serial killers we catch, very few are women? Just a fun thing to think about.
I think about it a lot, actually. How
Yeah,
there's
it's a
probably
thing.
a ton of female serial killers, and they're just like, women don't kill, and all the female serial killers are like, nope, keep at it.
Yeah, I would never kill. Me? Unheard of.
Now, I wouldn't ever kill, but I can see that there'd be women who would and don't need credit.
Look, there's, yeah, Elizabeth Bathory, there's a few, but there's far, far fewer than there are for men who serial kill.
I just need to say something before we get there. Make no mistake.
20 seconds.
My Roman Empire is the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
I think about the Roman Empire 6, 10, 20 times a day.
No, your chances of dating an axe murderer are kind of low, just because if my theory is correct, female serial killers are higher concept than that and are
YouTube.
Hi there.
You know me. It's
What's
Mama
up?
Drop.
Who are you?
I want to tell you a secret.
Uh-huh.
I'm a mama.
Okay, the information has been gathered. I understand this part.
Of Drop.
Uh-huh.
That's why they call me Mama Drop.
That's wild. That's a crazy reason for a name.
Just when you thought things didn't match up, your life has meaning. So let me guide you through something here. You've been watching this show now for a long time, and you've been thinking to yourself, yeah, this is decent. And Deece is worth a like. You don't have to like something. You don't want to marry it. That's okay. You don't have to want to listen to it every day. But if you think it's Deece, click the like. I mean, what the hell, man? You don't have to want to go outside with a blowhorn and blowhorn its greatness to want to press the like button. And you know what pressing a like button costs? Let me click. Here you go. Just come in closer. Nothing. It costs nothing.
That's crazy.
What does it do for us? It lets us pay the editors. That's what
it does let us pay the editors, probably. It probably helps with that.
So all you got to do is press the like button. And you know what? If you subscribe, you don't have to watch us to subscribe. What does it cost? You don't have to watch.
I actually think it's really bad for your statistics if your subscribers don't watch your videos. I think that actually really hurts you in the algorithm.
Look, I'm going to take you aside for a minute.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to subscribe and then see our videos come up and be like, I don't want to give that another try.
That's
and then,
actually so true.
And then watch it again and be like, you know what? Actually, it's actually good. They grew on me like mold. Because, like, it's like the sleep dude that I always watch and support. He's really good, but I hated him for the first 2 episodes. And then I was like, you know what? You grew on me like mold. So that's going to happen. Go back into our ad thing again. You don't have to watch us. Just subscribe. Press the little bell. It'll tell you we're coming out. And then you'll be like, oh, I see you. Yeah, I'll try again. And here's another thing. One last thing.
Yep.
You obviously liked it enough to do that. You're still here listening to me prattle on about insane crap.
It's so true.
To my case, Your Honor.
I don't know why this one got to me way more than most of them.
Wait a minute. Did someone just come out?
Did what happen? What?
Coming out. I want the world to know it. I want it. Oh, it's a so. I'm
Are you
coming.
doing a second plug or your new double plug, or are we moving on?
Oh, sorry. Here's the second one for the editors. Hey YouTube, it's me, Mama Drock. Like, subscribe, do all the things, press the bells. Bye.
All right. Hey, do you want to get to our closing segments?
Yeah, I'm not there.
Okay, what are we doing first?
I just have a little thing I want to talk about.
Okay. Is it bees?
Bees?
Yeah.
Is that the thing that you thought that I wanted to talk about when I said I wanted to talk about a thing? Bees?
Nope. I just thought it'd be funny to guess.
First of all, I'm glad that Chopper worked everyone into saving Zou. He deserved to have his leg wrapped. He fought hard. Go Zou, high five. Oh wait, no. You know what, Zou? Don't high five. I want my arm.
You don't want to be destroyed in a tsunami.
Zou tries to high five me. I go flying off over the red line. Where'd she go?
Fucking land in Marie-Joie.
What the hell has happened? I love Nami's new stick. Kind of a weird phallic moment that occurred. I'm not going to talk about because everyone gets on my case, even though I wasn't wrong about erectile difficulty. I just was right.
Lao G was so many dick jokes, it turns out, and I'd never noticed.
Always trying to find the G. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he was so many dick jokes, it turns out.
I know that I didn't mean to make a joke when I said come on after I said always trying to find the G, but it was me. Oh God. Okay, yeah. I gotta hold my nose. Whoop. Flipping over. All right. Love Nami's new weapon for her weather weapon, but I also really like that she's perfected the Mirage tempo. I think we're gonna have a really great moment of Nami sneaking in and doing something now because of the Mirage tempo, and I'm kind of here for it.
I mean, between Sanji, Brook, and Nami, a lot of the stealth straw hats are going to Whole Cake Island.
So that was what I was going to say to you. The thing that I wanted to talk about before we did our closing segments we didn't talk about the fact that frickin' Sanji is a prince of the underworld.
Yeah, we didn't. You're right. Prince of the underworld and fucked off.
And just gone. Well, he kind of had to go. If we're going to be honest, like that dude had to go. Like, what was he going to do? Not go? No. So, wowzer. And I met his sister and one of his brothers, and I saw another brother doing some shit. But I was gobsmacked, or smacked, or both by the whole freaking reveal of Sanji being an underworld dude. And yet for some reason it hit me twice as hard when I saw the giant ass snail. Yeah. When I saw the giant ass snail ship, I was like, are you kidding me? That's unbelievable. How can a moshi be that big? And I was just and then I was like, what you should be more surprised by is Sanji. And then my brain was like, that's gonna be doled out in pieces and bits. So get over that. But look at this giant ass snail. And then I thought to myself, that's not possible. Oda made a mistake. Because that snail is in salt water, and I don't know if you've ever had your grandmother put salt on a slug and snail, but it is not a nice thing to see. And that snail would be a bad thing. But here's what I was going to tell you all during the break that I didn't tell you. And now it comes full circle.
Yeah.
There is a thing in this animal world that people hate, and I hate that people hate it. It makes me very angry.
Okay.
And that is seagulls. And people hate seagulls. And I'm not going to tell you all the great things about seagulls in one day. No. Nay. I'm going to parse them out. Okay. And the first thing is seagulls can take salt water and in their own frickin' body, turn it to pure potable drinking water and relieve themselves of the salt.
Okay, so here's my thinking, right, about how the snails survive. And it's not seagulls, it's sea snails.
No, I don't like that. So I've decided that it's cooler, that they are parsing salt and water and separating it within their systems like cool seagulls. Seagulls shit on your head. If you lived in Italy, they would tell you you just got the greatest, bestest, amazingest luck. You want birds to shit on you. So what it did is anoint you. So deal with your anointment.
You have a hill to die on about seagulls, huh?
Seagulls are incredible. I'll parse out some stuff over the time. But in my opinion, seagulls. Anyways, I'm loving the giant snail, a boat snail thing. I'm here for it.
In my opinion, crows.
I love crows too. Love crows too.
I'm a big crows fan.
I also love pigeons. Deal with that.
You're out here making enemies. You're challenging the world with your bird choices.
I don't like people treating birds like some are flying rats and some are majestic. Shut up. They can all fly and you can't. And the reason you're being a little cow is because you're upset that something that isn't all colorful and majestic and big can fly and you just have to walk on the ground like a loser.
How do you feel about pelicans?
I like them. Kind of weird. Very snippety snappity. Love the sound their beaks make.
Owls.
Good stuff. I don't know if they're wild. Hawks, love them. I'm gonna stop you right there.
Yep.
I like burbs.
You like all the burbs?
I like a burb.
But surely not hummingbirds.
Don't even. You know who I feel bad for though? In the bird kingdom?
Who's that?
I feel bad for chickens. A, they taste really good. People really like the taste.
They've been bred to taste good, yeah.
And it makes me sad that they taste good. And then second, they can't fly very long. And I just feel like I want to just say to a chicken, I get that it must be hard to watch all your brethren take to the sky, soar, play within the balmy airs of the ocean, fly upon a beautiful rise in temperature, and you just sit your ass here. And I'm sorry for that. And I'm sorry we put you in 1-by-1 cages and just expect you to lay eggs till we murder you. Poor chickens.
Oh, it's usually worse than that nowadays than 1-by-1 cages.
Can't even. Penguins, I don't feel bad for them that they can't fly because they fly in the water, baby. They fly in the water.
The fact that puffins can fly seems wrong. Like, I look at them and I'm like, no, you can't.
I went to Newfoundland and watched puffins jump off this huge ass cliff one after another and glide down. And I got to tell you, that was a freaking crazy sight to watch. Okay, the other thing is we got to see Vivi and she is on the way to the damn reverie. Oh, we are going to blow some bitches up at the reverie. When the straw hats come to the reverie, we will take over and there will be dishevery. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
The world wait for that shit. I'm so stoked. Puffins are my favorite bird. Yeah.
Are we ready for our closing segments yet, or is there more that we must discuss?
Let me just make sure. Because I am ready for my closing set. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. Mayor, but I just need to make sure that we have gotten to a point I feel comfortable leaving it. Yeah, that's good. That's good. We can leave that. I'm okay with it. Oh.
Yeah?
I feel pretty bad for Captain Kidd.
Pourquoi?
What? Kaido.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do?
Also, I really love pudding.
Sapphire Arcana, you've made a choice of who your boy is.
You know what, Sapphire Arcana? I can see you on this one. I feel pretty bad about Captain Kidd. I feel like he's gone through some shit now. I feel pretty bad. And you know me, I put him low down on my chart.
Remember when we hear the Kid attack civilians, people have pointed this out when I've said it, we do have to take everything we hear about pirates with a grain of salt, because what we've been told about Luffy is very, very different than...
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Hey, don't start that I'm glad you like pudding shit.
I am glad you like pudding.
I don't like real pudding though. Like, I hate pudding in real life. Like chocolate, whatever. All barfy. Oh, I lied. I like rice pudding. Unpopular opinion.
You are a pinball of energy today, huh?
Well, you want to know why? Earlier today, all of the energy I usually put into the show was being put into 4 wild ass dogs running in every direction and barking. I can't believe you guys couldn't hear them. It was like a fun house up in here. Every dog was doing its own show. And I was like, and dogs kept running over me because they haven't had people they love around them for a long time. So it was a lot.
What I love about my choice of boy, because we all love Luffy, like the fact that Luffy's my favorite is meaningless, is every time the series cuts to Blackbeard, he's winning. So I just get to win a lot.
I love me some Law. I'm always happy to see him. I love me some Mihawk. Always happy to see him. But I don't know. Like I don't know how to say this, but I think one of my favorites is actually Sanji, and I just don't know how to feel about it.
Sanji's a good boy.
I just love Sanji. And you told me that there's a group of people who are women who love Sanji?
No, I think most of the people I know whose favorite Straw Hat is Sanji are women.
Whoa, don't use that word out here.
What?
Did you ever read theory connecting Blackbeard to Macbeth? We don't say Macbeth.
There is a theory that connects Blackbeard to Macbeth. There's also a theory that connects Blackbeard to Blackbeard. There's a theory that connects him to some philosopher I don't know about. Man's got a lot of theories. People theorize about my boy all the time, and you know what? That's great. Great for him. Might all be true.
The idea
what I got about him is constant W's.
I don't think Law's gay. I think he's bisexual.
He does kind of give bi vibes to me.
Like, to me, Law for sure loves men, but he also for sure loves women. Like, I just think he loves them all. You can't hold Law back. There's no end to Law's love. He's too into changing, and he's too into like diversity and oddness and coolness not to be bi.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah.
I just get those vibes from him.
Yeah. But you know what? If you're gay and you want him to be totally gay, here's the secret of people who are drawn. That's okay. You can make him gay.
That is a true thing about people who aren't real.
Okay, I'm ready to do my closing segments.
All right.
My segments.
Least favorite character.
Move in close, Mr. Mayor, so I can get my whole face in here. Here we go. Least favorite character in this is definitely Jack. I hate him.
Jack the Drought. A drought of W's this arc.
It's a little hard because if we're talking about least favorite for this and that or that and that, I'm sorry, he cut off Garfield's paw. He took a dog's leg. You're dead to me, bitch. Like, come on. Oh no, you're gonna have to take bitch out. I said it again. Well, there you go. Have fun, editors.
You're allowed. We're allowed a couple bitches. I think that's fine. Next up, Luffy's tier list of Luffy in Luffland.
A.
That's fair. You know, he had a good speech. What else did he do?
Not a lot.
He like headbutted a sheep man. He just didn't do that much.
No. His biggest moment, if we're going to be honest, is saying no and then guiding Momo to be a better Momo.
Yeah, that was the best moment for sure.
God damn it. I just remembered that my grandchildren's difficult pregnancy is called a Momo pregnancy and that his name is Momo. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to like Momo. I like Momo now.
Damn, okay.
I don't have a choice. I don't make the rules.
He's coming around already. You're gonna love Momo.
I don't have a choice. It is what it is. Move on.
Next up, top 5 characters. We doing it. We in it. We here.
All right. If we're gonna be here, I am gonna start with number 2.
Okay.
Do you want to hear a wild, crazy thought on number 2?
Okay.
I don't know who it is.
Okay. It is wild that 2 weeks in a row you did orders that made sense. It was honestly disturbing.
Yeah, I really like to mess with people. If you get too predictable, then people think they can predict you. Those 2 words go together. Number 2. Ah, shit, it is. It's Carrot.
Holy fuck.
It just is. Everyone was making bunny things, and I was like, it's not Carrot, you guys. She's just blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, God damn it. It is. It's Carrot.
Damn, good job, Carrot.
I love Carrot. Love her powers. Love her energy. Love that she just decided to jump on down and become part of the ship world. Love her look. Her fluffy tail's adorable. And I think she'd let me pet it.
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you. I think she would. You know when things are really fluffy and you can go squish, squish?
Yeah,
I think
no, I know. Little pom-pom squish.
Yeah. Okay. Number 5. You know why I hate taking number 5 away? It's like using your ones in Yahtzee. Like, don't use that shit early. Then you're gonna regret.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, you used your lowest one. You just wasted that freaking spot. And now if you don't get a Yahtzee, you don't have any ones. You're a dummy.
I mean, there's arcs like Dressrosa Part 3 where 5 is even a compliment because there were so many characters you love.
So many characters. No. Can I do my special mention first?
Sure.
Special mention, Drawn Dragon.
Ryunosuke, rest in peace. Best minor character. I forgot we had added that. Ryunosuke will be missed. I just slapped my tattoo by accident. It hurts real bad.
He is my best minor character. I love that kid so much. And everyone, I don't care. I don't care if it's weird and he's a drawing. He's my best minor character moment. Okay.
Okay.
He's like Chance, though. You know that? I just used my Chance. Ugh. Shit, man. Anyone who's a Yahtzee player knows what I just did.
I have no fucking idea what Yahtzee does.
Anybody play Yahtzee and know that I just used my Chance?
Nope.
I need some Nazi players and Yahtzee players in my life. Did I say
you just
Nazi?
said Nazi players. You did.
Well, that's what you get sometimes. You go to play Yahtzee and you accidentally say Nazi. Wow.
I'm dying, actually.
Hey, editors, I'm going to ask you to take out the Nazi moment.
We can't. That was too funny. That was too funny.
No, I'm going to attract the wrong type of people. Drock, I can't have those assholes in my life.
What if all of this conversation gets left in?
Okay, wait. I got to do this part. If you are a Nazi, I don't support you, and I think you suck. There.
Gotta make it clear what side of history you're on.
Okay. I think I cleared it up. The boo-boo is fixed. Good for me. The people in the comments are really helping me out. Okay. Just imagine she said Yahtzee. Okay, number 5. I'm not going to use 5. I'm going to go for 4.
Damn, okay.
Number 4 is we got a bunny in 2. The next person I really loved in this was, yeah, he was really cool. He didn't do a lot, but we saw him. And as far as enjoyment, like I loved a Sanji moment. Like, did he look fly? For sure. Was he very cool? For sure. But I don't think he's all the way up at a number 4. Which means that the person who I think was the most interesting. Oh, you know what? Shout out to Chopper as a number 5.
Okay.
He fixed the elephant. He came up with the ideas for that. He was one running around and rapping everybody out. And I'm going to tell you, Chopper doesn't make my list very often, and he deserves a little tip of the hat. I got 2 tips of the hat. He gets 1.
Sounds good. I like it. I like it. Chopper mentioned. Let's go. Chopper worked hard. Chopper made it. The fan base is cheering for Chopper.
All right, Chopper, you're number 5 today, and you rocked it out, and I'm really, really happy with all the work you did. Keep up with the good work, buddy, my Canadian friend. Okay, and then I'm going to put it in number 4. I'm going to put it in number 4. I'm going to put, no, let's do number 2. Number number 2 is my main man, the Viper Cat, along with my big hero, the Dog King. I'm gonna put not number 2, but number 3 for both of them as a partnership. Obviously, they're a partnership. They have a 50-50 day and night. Come on now.
No, they have to be paired together. This is the most obvious it has literally ever been that two characters get paired.
Yeah, so Dog King and my sweet Garfield are together. And they're number 3.
Okay. Carrot made it to number 1, guys, I'm pretty sure.
Pardon?
Carrot was number 1, right?
No, Carrot's number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2. That's why when I went to do that one again, I was like, oops, mistakes were made. She's already a number 2.
Yeah.
And then I did number 5 as Chopper. And I did number 3 is my dude. So number 1 and number 4 are waiting. So number 4 is
Jesus,
Brooke.
I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble keeping track of the list today. My mental capacities are limited.
Number 4 is Brooke. Brooke is Brooke in it.
Oh, yeah.
Brooke is Brooking it hard. Also, Brooke is the butt of every single joke in this entire goddamn thing.
The people wanting to eat him joke is great. All the dog minks eating him, great joke.
I'm kind of with it all the way. He is a spectacular snack. Here's a sad thing for me. Like, I honestly kind of want to make number 1 all of the minks for holding out and keeping dudes safe.
Yeah, that's you can't do that.
But as a society drop.
We can't
society.
We can't have a society fit on the podium. I'm sorry. They can't stand there together.
They lost their family.
They did so good. I'm so proud of them. They don't get to share a number 1 spot.
He hates me. Oh, I can say Zou. Or I'm gonna make it Zou as
there
number 1.
You did.
He holds society.
Big podium,
he deserves it. Good point. This person who just said you can do Zou, you rock. We're buddies.
The strats are in, everybody. Number 1 should be Nami's dress. What if we start a best outfit of the arc section?
Holy shit.
But then you have to debate Nami's dress versus Sanji's cool leather jacket.
No, I want 2 spots this time.
Okay,
Not
fine. Yeah.
Jacket. Sanji is hot AF in this. The pants, the boots, the glasses, the jacket, everything. And then Nami, fire. Full fire. That chick walks out and everyone is like, the cape, thank you. She walks out and everyone is like, what the hell just happened to my brain? It melted. Is that my brain coming out of my ears?
Oh, best male outfit and best female outfit is actually a good way to split it up to get 2. I think that's good.
Can I just say that sometimes I'm going to do 2 dudes and sometimes I'm going to do 2 chicks?
You know what? Fine. You can do 2. You get 2 per arc. Two drips per arc.
I don't like splitting people up by genders. You do you. Gender, don't gender. I don't give a shit.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Either way, God, there's some good fucking drip.
All right.
Are we done? Are we ready to say goodbye?
We are so done. I'm going to miss all the people here, but I'm going to go off to the hospital now and visit my daughter and bring her up some cheesy sticks, or the bread with the cheese on it. You know the ones. They're sticks, they're bread, they're cheese.
Yeah, cheesy bread, stick bread, cheese. Yeah.
Yeah.
When's the next ending point is such a great question, Kaido. I said this a while ago in mod chat and I've forgotten.
Wait, are you named after Kaido?
No, Kaito. It's a T.
Yeah, but they both make the duh sound when you're Canadian.
I mean, sort of.
I will say hi to Ashlyn from All of You Con.
See, here's the thing, right? I had checked before and I had been like, yeah, that's exactly the spot. And I didn't write it down anywhere. I'm now realizing. Oh, I went too far. Oh, I went
Love
too far.
that Kaido. Phantom Delta.
Definitely further than this one. We're splitting Whole Cake into only 2 parts, which sucks because it is too long to be split up into only 2 parts, but it just doesn't break in 3 easily, and it breaks in 2 perfectly. Like, the narrative splits into 2 parts way too perfectly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Red Potato made a good point. Finding out about the cat and the dog being on Goldie Roger's ship.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did my mind blow out, but that was one of the things that made me think about the people who were on that made me think about the pirate school, because they went out there and they were like, we are not ready. And then they personally left his ship. But made me think, like, if Roger hadn't been so busy trying to become king of the world, king of the pirates, he could have really buffed him up. He had the ability,
Damn,
he had
it's
the
further
knowledge.
than I thought. I'm finding it.
All we need is pirate school. Dun 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 dun. All we need is pirate school. Dun 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 dun. I thought that was just a joke, but thanks for pointing it out. I will go back and think about what that means. Maybe he's meeting them in the past life. Maybe Roger is coming to him in a dream.
Okay, I'm
Maybe
pretty
he's
sure this is the best splitting point. I'm going to look this up real quick to make sure that I'm picking a good one. No, wait, I remember I picked further because otherwise it leaves too much on the latter half, I'm pretty sure.
In his sleep.
We'll get there eventually. I picked
Could
this
Roger
before.
be coming to Momo in his sleep and talking to him? Maybe that's some of the voices he's hearing. Can you save your voice and communicate? From beyond the grave? From the dead zone?
Oh no, this is a perfect stopping point. This is exactly in the middle, I'm pretty sure. Okay.
What is
you
it?
You're going to be reading to 858.
Wow. So someone said to read to 860 and we're like, screw 858.
Let me just double check if 860 is better, but I really like 858.
No, I think, Con, that Momo has met him before. Is Momo reincarnated? Does he have the will of someone? I don't know, Bo Peep. What do you think, Bo Peep? Oh, Bo Peep is a dog, guys. Bo Peep exists.
Peep
I'm not talking to a fictional sheep or woman. Which one was the woman?
858 it is. I looked at 860. It's 858. 858 is what we're doing.
850.
However, I think Mama should read 2 chapters live next time anyways, because that's a good chapter to end.
All right, but not today.
No, you know what? I think you guys are right. I'm looking at the final page of 860. I'm changing my mind. Fuck it. 860 is the next chapter, the next break.
OMGPTY.
Until I didn't look at the last panel by accident, and the last panel changes it. They're right. They win. Chat wins. It's a day that chat wins.
Wow, chat. You're the wieners today.
Yep. Guys, we love doing this. We love having you. We love hosting you in this One Piece book club party time show.
Druck. Somebody said I seem a little unhinged.
You do seem incredibly unhinged today.
I got a busy life. I got crazy things going on.
The hinges are off. I'm not judging you, but the hinges aren't there.
I'm just going to say, it's been really good for me, too, to have this moment to just be a little unhinged. But on the same time, or incredibly unhinged, but at the same time, it's been just nice spending time with the squishies and getting to be silly.
I'm working on my last ever school assignment right now, so I have been mentally fogged, and it was a great break to get to just talk about One Piece. This entire next section reads like an epic fantasy series. The scale of reaching the Emperors feels fucking incredible. The hype they've been built up with is amazing. I'm so excited to talk about this because this next arc we are entering was the first arc to dethrone Enies Lobby for me and become my first favorite after I finished it. This is the first arc that became my favorite since Enies Lobby.
That's wild.
That's where we're heading. And then after that isn't the arc that dethroned it. And then after that is.
Yay! All right, I love you.
All right, I love you too. Everybody, I hope you have a great rest of the day. Do you want to say your goodbye?
Squish on, squishies.
Everybody, until next time, it's been lovely talking to you. The people I normally send people to aren't up. Let's do Axial Matt. Mario Sunshine is fun. Matt seemed like a nice guy. That was a good raid. He likes one. Everybody, we love having you here. We love getting to do this. I am beyond thrilled. I have been looking forward to this arc for so fucking long. 860 is the next breaking point. This arc snapped so cleanly in half. It's going to be a great time. Everybody, be nice, have a great day, and I'm so excited to see you next week.